X just resubscribed for 52 months. Hype.
Hi. Hi. Thank you for the resubby. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jelly. How you doing? How y'all doing? Have you been a good kid? I mean, good jellies, obviously. Have you been good or naughty? We don't like naughty jellies here, right? Yeah, face shots are crazy, burns and tuckers. Yeah. Understandable, I guess. I'm in pain, but not the same pain you are. Mostly my back hurts because of yesterday, because of work. I was yesterday like close to 3 mental meltdowns, and today I was close to 1 again. I was like, dude. Right now I work. I'm supposed to be like part-time, but right now I work like full-time this week and then 2 weeks again. I'm like, dude, I'm not full-time. What do you mean? I work 7 to 8 hours a day. I hate it. I mean, at least it's a late shift. I would prefer the early shift, to be honest. I mean, from 9:45 to, you know, 17:30 or whatever, it's fine. Or like 5:30. It's okay. It's still manageable somehow, right? But dude, late shifts suck ass. I hate working late lately. It's like no thank you, bro. I want to go play bingo at home, man. I don't know, man. So, you know that most people pay with card, right? Sadly, we all do. Most of us do, right? Oh my god. How many people think they have money on their cards and don't have money in the end? Like, dude. I thought you guys had apps for that to check if your, you know, balance is fine. That's more and more often, like, people swipe their card and realize, oh fuck, I don't have money on my card anymore. Yeah, well, tough luck, bro. I shouldn't laugh about this because it's kind of annoying me. It's frustrating. I always have to call someone, hey, can you delete the entire, you know, the entire thing I just scanned? Like, can you just delete it, bro? Oh, since I don't have the rights to do it on my own, sadly. So I always have to, yeah, number so-and-so, please come to the register, number so-and-so. Like... So stupid. But I don't want to have those rights anyway. I don't want them. Too much stuff you need to, you know, look at. To number 9. 1 number 7 for extra dip or whatever. Yeah. I don't know, like, even if I go shopping, I always go to the bank first and check, do I have money? And how much money do I have? Let's say I have 200 bucks, okay? I wish I had, but let's say I had, right? I always tell myself, like, okay, so I can spend 150 and that's about it, you know? Better safe than sorry. Just to make sure I actually have enough cash. Okay, this month I didn't do it and I kind of regret to. But normally I'm like, yeah, if I have, like, you know, 50 bucks should always be, like, safekeeping, you know? Just in case something happens. Which can always happen. And mostly 50 bucks are enough. Dude, I'm broke this month. Me too! What do you mean? I'm broke as fuck. I wanna die. Okay, I'm joking, Twitch. I'm joking. But yeah. Yeah, this month was kinda ass. I mean, it was kind of ass because, you know, I was worried. And I was annoyed. Like, the one time I wanted to go to the city, and then Mom was like, oh my god! Your money's gonna have to let it here eventually. You need to let people. Yes, I should have gone home after that. Like, I should have. However, if you need more cash, tell me. We'll figure something out. But yeah. God. Maybe it's fine. We'll figure stuff out, right? But oh man. This month is ass. I don't know why it's ass. Oh well. But yeah, like work is ass as well. Like, dude, give me mental meltdowns. It isn't the best. It's a bullshit feeling. Especially since when my colleague was like yesterday, Rai, you did so much today. You look fucking tired. Like, slow down. I'm like, I can't slow down. What do you mean? If I slow down now, we don't get anything finished today. You want to leave, like, not early, but, you know, on time. Yes, I was exhausted. Yes, I was pissed off. But oh my god. Like, my colleague was like, oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through all that stuff today. And I was like, dude, it's not your fault. You didn't do, you know, the planning on who goes where and when. Like, I'm overworked, I guess. Oh man. Oh well. Wait. Why do I have to do this again in the game right now? I thought I saved after that. Why do I have to do... Alright, depending on asking that you enlighten the court. Charlotte really gave this witness a task to eliminate the storyteller. It is a storyteller, right? Kill by the fire. Take that! The storyteller? Yeah, okay, now remember, right. Okay, but oh my god, guys, like, do you, I don't know, like, those people who work, right? Like, is it always like, you have to carry everything? Like, dude, what do you mean I have to carry, like, work days? We're talking about someone with the authority and power to replace the Great Witch, someone who calls the shots. Haha. I cannot think of anyone else that meets those criteria, except for the storyteller himself. Preposterous, then that would mean... Exactly, Your Honor. It means that the storyteller gave this final task to Kira himself. He was, in short, responsible for his own assassination. What up, Mandelas? Nothing, bro. How you doing, Mr. Raifusi? Raifusi. What? Hope you're doing good, Raifus. So today no waifu time, waifu at work? Raifusi. Order in the court. But for what purpose? My original plan is on assassination. So depending on how long the stream goes, well, how long the game still goes. I mean, we already have the topic of machines instead of actual witchcraft. Meaning maybe Resident Evil 4 randomizer after that. We will see. Time for making wood. Nah, I am today at home. Not worth to drive to her today. Aww. Sad. But it's nice to have you here. That I cannot say, Your Honor. However, the final chapter of the story does tell of his inevitable death. Yeah, let's cook the old man, right? The Unk. Let's cook the Unk. When he assigns this task to Kira himself, it is perfectly natural that he would do so. What do you mean? However, what is not natural? Is your behavior tonight, Miss Darklaw. What was unnatural about the High Inquisitor's behavior? You were once the head of all the shades, and yet tonight you tried to interfere with the storyteller's plan. You ran at Miss Kira unconscious and locked her way in the belfry of the bell tower. That to me seems like the activity of someone aiming to put a stop to his plan altogether. Indeed, Lady Darklaw, what would be the reason for such behavior? But making wood sounds like so exhausting, to be honest. I listen to you, Mr. Wright. Based on what we've seen in this trial, the defense believes Miss Darklaw's reason for covering up her actions tonight. Oh no, Nick. Oh no, you don't. We already went game over twice in this trial. Like, shut the fuck up, Nick. Can only be attributed to one thing. This plan was handed down by the storyteller himself. Obviously. And Miss Darklaw was definitely aiming to put a wrench in it, but why? To try to sabotage the plan. Yeah, obviously she did. Betray or protect? I don't know. It could be both. I mean... But then what gain would she have from betraying him or protecting him? Like... Dude, I came from work. Me. Oh, game, thank you. Like, fuck you. No way, dude. Oh wait, I need to be more careful with my language. YouTube is now putting 18 on more and more videos because of swear words. I need to be careful with my wording now. YouTube? Fuck YouTube, yeah. Fuck YouTube. Okay, did she betray? I don't know. Maybe let's go protect. I don't think she's like that bad. Yucky food tube. Yucky food tube. Could it have been that she was trying to protect the storyteller? Protect? Exactly. That explains why she locked up Miss Kira as a big, bad, scary witch in the belfry.
Objection.
Layton, don't. Please think a little harder, Mr. Wright. Miss Darklaw was carrying Miss Candabella to the bell tower, so that she could appear as the Great Witch Bezella. Ah. Following that, the storyteller perished. I mean, yeah, duh. I didn't believe anything about her actions that indicate an intention to protect. Do you know her? Did you ask her before? I don't think you did. Oh, we took him over again. That's true. It is my belief that this was an act of betrayal. Okay, he didn't kill us. He was like, okay, you know what? Small... Why do pretty or kind of pretty women have that weird trait, so smoke cigarettes, it's so dumb? Because... apparently you can only be pretty if you smoke. Betrayal, of course. I should have seen that 1 mile away. The storyteller used the Great Witch Bezella to take his own life. Instructions to carry out the plan were given to Miss Kira. I don't know, but the thing is, guys, most people still think I'm underaged. I mean, at work, okay, I at least have to be 18, you know? But people still think like, right, 18 max. Not even, like, you know? I still look like a fucking baby to them. What do you mean? I mean, yes, I still have chubby cheeks. Yes, I do. And my acne, of course. It's getting a bit worse lately, but it's fine. I mean, we're going to, you know, spring, summertime, so it's normal that I have like a minor breakout. That's fine. I don't give a fuck, okay? But people still think that I'm like 16, 17, max 18. Like, what? What? Just by looks alone, I'm like, dude. I'm a stone age. What do you mean? Underage, dude. Dude, I'm 25. Your brain is a Resident Evil Raccoon City fucking BS breakout. My brain is in Leon's ass, okay? Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, Leon. I read something funny about him, which I kinda had to agree to. In Resident Evil 6 especially, okay? No matter which angle he's from, he looks good. Resident Evil 4 OG, no matter which angle, he looks good. Remake at 9. Not every angle he's sexy. He has some yucky sides. What the fuck happened? They did it right in 2 games and fucked up the rest. Not saying that his face model is ugly. He's pretty. Don't get me wrong. But you know, and you're still fucking after him in Resident Evil 9. Yes, but I'm more after 6, 4, and 2. I don't know. 9, he's okay. I kind of came to terms with his over-muscly build and, you know, stubbly chin. Okay, whatever. But the other games? Dude. Peak. But only Resident Evil 4 OG, of course. You complain it would still suck on cyber ice cream. Oh my god! I mean, no, because it's kind of against my sexuality, but okay. Sure, if it makes you happy. But at least he's of age, right? Dude, I'm like half his age now, like... Like, if you would be real, like, dude, I would be way too young. Instructions to carry out the plan were given to Miss Kira, however. Miss Sattler planned to intervene and change the scenario at the very last minute. She planned to do so by changing the identity of the Great Witch from Miss Kira to Miss Cantabella. You can play with the suck and cyber ice cream. What the fuck? This brings us to our current situation. Miss Cantabella on trial for the murder of her father at the hands of Bezella. You, Mr. Darklo, seem to harbor a rather strong hatred for the storyteller, if I'm not mistaken. Meowness, Kenzie. Lemon. Murder! Wait, last trial we had suicide. A hatred, you say? Yes, I suppose you could call it that, yeah. Huh? I miss Luke! Where's my boy? That's right, behold my revenge. Yeah, all deaths to Alchemist, right place this game cause she hates me. I played Dragon Age the Veilguard cause the Alchemist was still alive! He was just fucking old! Did you say revenge? Miss Darklo, will you please tell the court of your plan for revenge? If you insist. Right, called me old. Not you! I didn't know you were called Emmerich, sorry. The High Inquisitor and also the Great Witch. Long have I done this to Mars. One is ability as protector, the other is harbinger of destruction. In other words, I was merely meant to serve him. And yet, he thought to selfishly pen the ending of the story under his own terms. Did not care enough about me or any of the townspeople to allow us the dignity of deciding our own fate. Indeed, what we witnessed tonight was the cowardly act of a man looking for an easy way to end that which he could not properly finish. He cared for no one but himself, hence the sudden sham of an ending, and for that, I will never forgive him. What do you mean by a sham of an ending? Do you have an art for the MJ sounds? No, there is no mod for it. I have for the TMP's the Uwu. So, wait, the Lickers. Yeah, that's why there's no mod for it, sadly. But they totally could have used those weird breathing enemies in the laboratory, right? Like, but Resident Evil 2 Remake and 9 has the MJ mod, which is kind of funny. I feel like the 4 Remake had 2, for whatever reason, even though there were no Lickers anyway. Or was it Resident Evil 3? I don't know, like some Resident Evil games have that mod. The Great Witch Bezella is to summon a dragon of fire and to end the life of the creator. Linked to the RE2 remake. With the mods, right? Like fully modded. RE3 remake had lickers 2 years. And it was RE3. I don't know if 6 had lickers. Like, 6 is already so long ago that we played it together. Use Helena and Iceland. Was nice that stream. It's the streams, sorry, plural. She will then be put on trial and judged, thus heralding a period of peace and prosperity for all of Labyrinthia. Such is the ending written for this town and its people. People! 'Tis not an ending I oppose in principle. Who would not wish a happy ending for their own people? I want to play Resident Evil 5 with you on 100% all achievements. Sure, I have it installed and it works nicely. Just the camera. I've got that the camera movement is ass. But the problem lies in Bezella's identity. I want to play Shiva. Yeah, I wanted to have Chris anyway. I want to be the boulder punching freak. I want to punch those boulders. Shiva's boulders. Bezella's identity? As you know, he assigns the role of the Great Witch to this girl beside me. Shiva is cute. Yeah, but sadly no Joe Sandwich. But you're saying that was a falsehood, is that correct? I knew Bezella's true identity. It's not something I could ever forget. That is why I went to the bell tower, and it is why I took the accused there. Sadly not Claire Redwood. Redfield or Breastfield, right? I did it to ensure the true witch. What told in the story was given the judgment she was due. The true witch? You don't mean... Yes, I speak of none other than Espella Cantabella. Dude, can we please just prove her innocent? An ovulating freak. He means an infertile punching freak, yeah. Miss Doctor, there's a glaring contradiction in your statement. And what would that be? It's supposedly common knowledge that the Bezella is capable of using all magic. However, that is far from the truth. If Chris is a border punching freak, magic does not actually exist in this town. It was all one giant illusion created by the shades. Therefore, there has to be the ovulating freak. True! But Chris is like, Leon, fuck my sister! Do it already! I mean, Leon was like, nah, fuck that. Then Ethan, fuck my sister! The Great Witch Bezella cannot exist either. What's the bloodline? Redfield bloodline! Juicy. You fool! Defender, you really don't have a clue, do you? But wait just a minute now. Is the Defender not correct? If magic does not exist, then it goes without saying that the witches do not exist either. And that would include the Great Witch, would it not? That's right. They've been lying to us this whole time. Dastards, Bezella isn't real.
Objection.
Mr. Wright, there is a fundamental mistake in your argument. No. Shut your mouth. I'm hating the professor right now so much. He's outsmarting me for whatever reason, man. What do you mean? I have but one simple question. What exactly is Bezella? Construct, dude! Well, she's supposed to be the head of all witches. Allow me to reword the question. The Great Witch Bezella is the root of all disaster within Labyrinthia. Yeah? Knowing that, what specific disaster might she have been the root of? Oh my god! Explosion. That would be, I just thought of something. We've been hearing Bezella's name left and right since we got here, but not once has the real Bezella shown up in person. Thank you, Maya. Indeed, Miss Faye. Bezella herself has been virtually absent from the story thus far. God, she doesn't exist! But
you know what that means? Fish!
Bezella ain't real, cause you know what that means. If she would be... Fish! Wait, she is a fish in the pond! But Inquisitor, did she not claim the life of the storyteller tonight? It would appear so, Your Honor. However, there's just one more thing. Consider this. Which particular story is every citizen of Labyrinthia most familiar with? Well, that would have be the legendary fire, right? Wink? Precisely. Surely you're not serious. As the name implies, that is but a mere legend. No one knows for certain if it occurred. So they say, but the reality is there are still traces of that terrible fire within the town today. Maybe the town is rotting? Maybe the rain? Or the machine? The professor's right. We've even seen some of it close up and personal. Yeah, it's an archive, right? Hey, yeah, it's a great archive. Thank you. Told you so. You're indeed correct, Inquisitor. Littered throughout the town are burnt remnants of a fire most fierce. However, no one can say for certain what transpired back then. You see, not a soul saw what actually happened. Yeah, cause it didn't happen. Duh. Let me see if I have this straight. There's an entire town full of people. No one saw what happened. It's been ages ago. Like, mommy, daddy, like, have seen it only. Correct, except for one particular person. A speller. What? There's one person who saw everything. I am speaking, of course, of the one responsible for the fire itself. The Great Witch Bezella. My head hurts already. Yes. I remember it. All of it. Espella, what are you thinking? Is that the FF9 cat has seen it? Yeah, like the girl has seen it this time, just, you know, but I don't know. When I close my eyes, I can picture it so vividly. The awful sight of the flames engulfing everything they touched. The scorching heat on my skin, the smell of burning cinder all around me. The large plumes of black smoke, the warm tears streaming down my face. She was crying. I remember it all. She's emotional. What you are recalling now is the moment the Great Witch Bezella destroyed our town. Well, it appears my role here is finished. As for the rest, bye-bye. I leave it in your capable hands, Inquisitor. Bye-bye. Went to Pixies the other day and got Catriel pics. Like, I didn't ask for it. Me neither. What do you mean you didn't ask for it? I didn't do. I didn't even look for Professor Layton pics. What do you mean? I did not have anything to do with it, I promise. Huh? Darklaw, she just vanished to thin air. She's right. These memories are proof that I am Bezella. But it's better! Mr. Right. Remember, if you will, what I said at the beginning of this trial. Dude, it's been like 3 streams. What do you mean? I came here to prove that Espella Cantabella is in reality the Great Witch Bezella. But, right? There's still one more thing I wish to present to the court. I would now like to call the final witness to the stand. Final witness? I have an idea who could it be, but I'm not sure. It is him! Dude. It would appear he has arrived. The sugar daddy is back! Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I give you this trial's final witness, the storyteller. And just like that, he appeared. The man who died not hours before. And the victim of this very trial. The storyteller himself. I have named Luke. He's the bad guy. He's not even in this trial. Where is my boy? Like, as if Layton would be like, yeah, find the town. Yeah, I will come and search you later. Like, where's my boy? The professor sure shows one heck of a final witness. Morning is drawing closer and closer. How this trial will end is anyone's guess. Where's my baby? What? Give me back my baby! My baby! Goo goo gaga! Where's my milk? Too good, no. Epilogue, the first story. Oh, final chapter. Hell yeah. Does it mean I could still die? Okay, in the Master game I have all the upgrades for this patch. I'm jealous. But I won't play League that much that I can finish this fucking bullshit. I don't quite know what to say. I am truly shocked. You see the storyteller again. Alive and well. This was unexpected by me too, as I did not plan to appear before you all again. I was convinced that you would all see the last of me at the parade. But this is a trial for your murder, and you're alive. Yeah, see, no one was killed. Let's cut this whole thing off and never have witch trials again. These enemies are brutal. I haven't even done the last enemies. I still don't have Galileo. I'm still like 2 patches behind. Whoa, Maya, take it easy. We're still in court, remember? Do you remember? But what's the point of this? The storyteller wasn't killed. Estella would never do anything to harm her dad. Objection. If only it was as simple as that to end this trial. However, it is not, Miss Faye. What do you mean? But Professor, search your memory and you will know the reason why. The crime Miss Cannabella is accused of is not just murder. I found Vigor now. So I can upgrade everything's next patch. True. Do that. Valor. The purpose of the Witches' Court is to sentence the witches for what they are. Isn't it right, Mr. Storyteller? I fully intend to expose the true identity of Bezella. Why? Layton, it's over! Why are you... Sometimes I want to kiss your lips, sometimes I want to smack your lips. Yes, Vela, I found that shit. Yeah, farm it. Farm it till it blows, whatever. And this would not be possible without you, Mr. Storyteller, on the witness stand. I see. And so you assumed the role of an Inquisitor just to lure me here. Be it as it may, the Inquisition still maintains that Bella Cantabella is the Great Witch Bezella. He is literally like, yeah, you know what, you're actually kind of right, but actually, like, fucking Unk. Dad! It's been a long time, Miss Bella. 4 years, in fact. You must have experienced many hardships living among the townsfolk. This daughter of mine never fits in with the others, no matter how hard she tries. No, it wasn't quite like that. There were people who supported me. Aunt Patty was very kind, and the customers who came to our bakery were nice to me. I'm happy to hear that. I wanted to watch over you, ever since you left for the town. But in the end, I failed to do so. I had no idea what was happening to you. I am very sorry, Isabella. Oh, Dad, you don't need to apologize to me for anything. It's me that owes you an apology. I'm trying to hurt you. It was all my fault, not yours. There's no reason for you to blame yourself. Dad, I'm happy we got to talk. Isabella. You were so busy writing everyone's stories that we stopped talking to each other, yeah. Before it was different. You used to have time for me. Please forgive me. Why did it have to come to this? Mr. Storyteller, it's time to put everything in order now. I mean, low-key, the storyteller could do the funniest shit right now. Be like, okay, I tell you the truth from point A to point Z. Like, no Layton in between, no Phoenix in between. Just tell all the things that happened. Like, no questions asked. I don't think and your daughter deserve to know the truth. The truth about yourself and the story. Yes, I suppose it is time I told you the truth. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Storyteller? Let us begin. In this trial, I shall be judged. Put him to the flames! Yeah, why not? Understood. The witness shall testify. People of Labyrinthia who have gathered in this court, I will now tell you the true story. Many of you will certainly find it hard to believe and difficult to accept. Nevertheless, I ask you to please lend me an ear and listen with open minds. As Bella, my dear daughter, I ask you to do the same too. I mean, okay, if he's getting judged and she gets a free pass, why not? The truth about Labyrinthia. Although you know me as a storyteller, I have one more identity. I am the president of Labyrinthia Inc. Who the fuck? The Sultan is in one of Labyrinth's research facilities. It may be hard for you to comprehend. His land is rich in a very special substance, which affects everyone who lives here. This substance enables this manipulation of people's minds. And that is what Labyrinth is researching. Again, guys? This experiment began 10 years ago. The toads all became test subjects. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't understand. What does it all mean? I don't quite understand what I've just heard. I do not blame you. Like, is this Boomer Remover 2.0? But except for removing, we all just live? I suppose all the townsfolk are just as confused. Labyrinthia is an artificial town, created entirely by me. But, of course, as artificial as it may be, it is the reality for those that live here. For the past 10 years, I have been bringing the illusion to life by writing the story. I am lost for words. It feels as if the whole world has been turned on its head. Your Honor, it is certainly not an easy matter to grasp this new situation at once. Regardless, I suggest we hear more of what the witness has to say. Yes, I agree. Let's continue. The defense may begin the interrogation. Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, it's an experiment, like a social one apparently, right? Why even bother? Why? I don't know, man. Okay, easy. I got all the settlements now too. Nice.
Hold it.
This is too much. I don't even know where to start. Labyrinth Inc. That's a name I've heard before. No, you didn't. It is a global pharmaceutical company with headquarters in England. Again, the pharmaceutical industry, right? If my memory serves me right, it was founded by Arthur Canterbury. Another Arthur! This is the third one I know! Well, fictional Arthurs, right? Indeed, that's my true name. Arthur? Okay, but I don't like him. I like two Arthurs, but not this one. Were you familiar with that, Mr. Wright? No! Sure, yeah, I've heard of Labyrinth Inc., of course. Labyrinth Inc. is known for developing a completely harmless anesthetic about 30 years ago. Completely harmless, right? It was widely used in hospitals all around the world. The company is also working on various other plant-derived sedatives, evolutionizing medicine. Yeah, I don't know about that. I suppose I shouldn't have been surprised by your vast knowledge, Mr. Layton.
Objection.
I mean, he comes from England, so yeah, of course he knows. It's irrelevant. The fact is just based on the real world we're from, not Labyrinthia. The real world, Mr. Wright? Then what would you call the world we are in now? Do you think this is a fantasy? No, that's not quite what I meant. Mr. Wright, I do not mean to be so rude as to presume I know what thoughts are running through your head. However, Labyrinthia is certainly not a place within a book or in the past. Labyrinthia is a part of the world we know. Huh? What? But how could a town like this exist in the real world? Didn't you listen to the storyteller being like, hey, this is artificial town? Like, I don't know, man. Do you think it's impossible? Why would that be? Are you saying that everyone would know about an unusual town like this, if it existed? It's something like that. Anyway, it would be on a map at least. What map? No, I'm afraid that cannot be so. Huh? This is a lab. This town is not marked on any map. It doesn't officially exist. What do you mean? The answer is quite simple. And he leaves me hanging. He leaves me hanging, bro. The Sultan is a research facility? Yes. This whole area is a private property of Labyrinth Inc. So they all know... They own all this land. Yeah. That is why Labyrinthia is not marked on any map. And people from the outside cannot enter. But don't they have to work? Like the people before they moved to Labyrinthia probably lived somewhere else before they probably got, I don't know, kidnapped or abducted, I guess, right? I don't think that this company is doing any good. So let's say they abducted all those people. But aren't they missed in like the actual, you know, towns, cities, wherever they live? Like, it's like Umbrella. Like, to be honest, in a way now, he tells me that he injected like a virus into everyone or something. I mean, in Pandora's box, the entire town was just like, you know, everyone was low-key high on drugs. Well, on gas, but low-key drugs, right? But, oh my god, now it's like, yes, you kind of exist outside Labyrinthia, because it's the real world, but we kind of, you know, put you here. Like, that's kind of messed up. Abducting people like that. If they are abducting people, but as we know how Phoenix, Maya, the professor, and Luke got into Labyrinthia, I feel like abducting is the right word at this point. Right? That is why Labyrinthia is not marked in any map. People from the outside cannot enter. We have to take measures to ensure that this town is not noticed by local residents. What measures are you talking about? Consider the fact that magic is supposed to exist in this town. Perhaps special mechanisms that were used to create magic also serve to conceal Labyrinthia. There are limits to what magic the shades are capable of producing on their own after all. That is the case indeed. The magic in this town has been made feasible owing to the latest technology. Technology? Tricks? I cannot believe this. However, there's one question. There's no industry in Labyrinthia. How do you obtain the necessary commodities? Very observant, aren't you? I mean, he probably has money. Duh. All commodities are regularly shipped in by sea. A young man once made his way here on a freighter and took Isabella out of the town. Oh, that's why she was in London. It was common accidentally, a friend of mine. Yeah, true. But dude, that would be so messed up. Why take Isabella out of here? I see. But is something on the scale really possible? As you might suspect, it would be beyond the power of Labyrinth Inc. to keep a facility this size a secret for so long. If you have the money, sure. You just need to pay up, right? Labyrinthia is a project co-funded by the British government. Said it, if you have the money, doesn't matter, right? Got it. What? It's like it's a government project? What would be the stake in this? I mean, censorship, right? It's all because of my beliefs. Right. Labyrinthia, aka censorship. I'm sending you to Labyrinthia, UK. His beliefs. Ah, by the way. Yes, Your Honor? What is the research facility? I've never heard of anything like that before. Ah, yes! It was careless of me. Naturally, you wouldn't know what it means. How should I explain? This whole town is my creation. Ah, that's what it was about. In other words, it's all your story. That makes it all clear. Swing and a miss, Your Honor. Getting back to the topic. There is an important reason why we have chosen to build such a facility here. Money. The sense rich and okay, the substance, whatever that may be. A special substance? What does it actually do? This area has been isolated since ancient times. Money, money, money. Give me money. Give me money, Paddy. Developing its own unique culture. There are underground ruins on the verge of the town. We found writings there, presumably left by the natives of this land. So we stole again place from other people. A bell that was supposed to be there was missing. Money, money, money. So you have seen the ruins. I suspected that you would find them. Then perhaps you have also noticed that everyone who lives here has a very particular condition. A peculiar condition, you say. I can't just sit here quite like a patient man when you're saying such things. Just what kind of condition is it? You have every right to know. The condition makes people fall unconscious upon the sound of a certain metal being struck. So the bell. So... Oh... metal? What kind of metal? Pure silver. Is it true? Like, okay, pure silver and you ring it and it's like... Ah, dead. And so there's not a single object made of silver in Labyrinthia. But that I think of it, that's true. But, you know, who owns real silver, right? Just imagine what a disaster a fancy dinner would be if everyone fainted whenever they used silver cutlery. This condition is an integral part of magic. How so? All inhabitants of Eldritch Woods carry small silver bells. Ah, I see now. The shades ring the bells when they need to create the illusion of magic. Still, the grab on the ass is back. As a teen, I did not notice this, but now that Sai told me, yeah, look where the one shade is grabbing, yeah, I can't unsee it now. Everyone present falls unconscious and the shades set to their work. Oh, look at where that shade's hand was. That's the secret of time-stealing magic Dark Lord told us about. Sorry. But dude, as a teen, I didn't see that hand. Back when I was a teen, must have been ages ago. Right. I'm so old. Wait. When did the game come out? 2014, right? Dude, I was 14 back then. What do you mean? I did not notice that someone was grabbing Nathan's ass! I mean, you're getting 26 soon. Yeah, I'm getting older, guys. Almost like tomorrow. Shut the fuck up! Sai Bao! but written like this. Sai Bao! Why did they mention it? You ruffian. Cute! He's back! Even just for one screen. You read the small bell with her when we saw her back at the marketplace. Ruffian like in Bao Bao? Yes, Sai Bao, Bao Bao. How does it feel like being almost 30? My back hurts. My neck. My back. My and my You have been researching this condition at Nebulum Inc. And finally we discovered... Oh guys! By the way, Umbrella Corp, right? Yesterday. There was a guy, okay? I just kind of saw him when I tried to go back upstairs at work again. He wore an Umbrella Corp jacket. Like, what the fuck? That was so nice. It looked so fancy. Even looked very good. Nice. Said he couldn't talk to him because I was going upstairs and he was just leaving, you know. But I was like, damn, I wish I could have said nice jacket. Fuck. And finally we discovered its cause. It was the groundwater. Water causes it? The groundwater... Rise Rizzler. There was a cute guy at work today. But I didn't know if he had a girlfriend or not, so I shut the fuck up. Anyway, I stay single for you guys, right? You would have been too shy anyways. Yeah, probably. Well, it was a nice jacket to be... Yeah. Same, man, same. I'll stay single for my community, right? The groundwater contains a certain unique substance found in the soil in this area. So if you drink that water, you get the silver energy thing? But of course we've been drinking it. It's impossible to live without water. Wait. So Nick, Maya, Luke, and the professor drank it too. No, they're all allergic to silver. What the fuck? I just wait to Rex up with her GF and wants me in the end. It's guy love. No compromise. It's guy love. That will never happen, dude. He swings only one way, sigh. I mean, you could ask Synth, right? Of course, that's why everyone who lives here has a condition. Oh dear. You needn't worry. This condition is harmless, especially as silver is unknown to the townsfolk. I can wait. Wink. Something's still not quite right, though. If the sound of silver bells makes people pass out, why don't the shades pass out too? They don't drink the water. Wait for what? For my cock in your... Although the effect of the substance of the groundwater is powerful, it doesn't last long. The condition will vanish after a day. Also without drinking the water. That's convenient. That substance effects aren't limited to humans. It can also affect plants to a great extent. Plants are affected by it? Our research was focused on the plants rather than humans. So you kind of found out as a side quest, right? Like, we're not supposed to do it to humans, but hey, nice side effect. That sounds really scary. Just what is this about? The substance enters the groundwater, affecting organisms that consume it. People who drink it daily acquire an odd condition. They fall unconscious upon hearing the sound of silver metal. Yes, although the substance in the groundwater also has a tremendous effect on plants. Wildflowers in this area contain a certain poison. Hey! Upon my beard, poison? This poison doesn't harm the body. It has the effect of manipulating the mind. So like the devil's trumpet? Or demon's trumpet, whatever it's called? Or whatever it was even... No, demon tongue, right. So it brainwashes people. Angel's trumpet is something else, but yeah, demon tongue. I've been writing the story for 10 years. The title of the story is Historia Labyrinthia, yeah. The ink I used to write it was made from those plants. Oh, Nick, do you remember how funny the ink smelled? It was the gas released when the ink evaporates, and that's where the trick is. What? Those that inhale the gas become extremely susceptible to suggestion. You mean brainwashing. They will believe anything they are told, or anything they read, however strange or unrealistic. It will be imprinted into their minds as a truth. That's why the witch trials, right? Because they imprinted it into their brain. That was the true purpose of the parade. True, he opens the book and then the flyer's like, hey, to get every single one of them. Oh. Pages of the story written with special ink were regularly distributed among the townsfolk. That's why, okay, I finished news chapter 2 into the master game. I did everything now. I need to wait for the next patch. How are you so quick? It was done so that everyone would be in a state of hypnosis. Indeed. The creation of a fully controlled town with the inhabitants subjected to long-term hypnosis. That was one of the topics of our research. What the fuck? Then the story that is written in the History Labyrinthia. All fake. All fake. You could call it self-fulfilling prophecy realized through the Shade's work and the hypnotic effect of the ink vapors. Is that how it was all this time? I even have 148 Baylor. What the fuck? Oh. And don't tell me play more League, I'm gonna cry. Nebulum used hypnosis to control all these people. Fuck League. I can't believe that the government was supporting that. Yeah, you wanna know why the government was supporting that? Play more League, defeat more enemies. No. All the people subjected to this experiment have been living here all this time. No, we started with just a few people, gradually getting more and more. Get more silver shields. No. I must say that I'm afraid of what the answer to this question might be, but where did these people come from? You haven't resorted to abduction by any chance, have you? Layton, Professor, Bro. Yes, you were abducted. Phoenix was abducted. Listen, don't tell me you have. No, dude. Of course not. Okay, so abduction. Okay. But that's like, no, bro. Trust me, bro. We didn't. If every test subject signed a contract with Liberalum. No. Could it have their memories erased and be used like pawns in the story? The current inhabitants of this town have one thing in common. They were all dissatisfied with their lives and wanted to start anew, forgetting about their mistakes, forsaking unwanted identities. Professor was dissatisfied? Nah! There are more people like that out there than you might think. They all have agreed to participate in our research. But that's insane! It's not as unreasonable as you suggest. We give them a new identity, a chance to start their life again. In return, they subject themselves to hypnosis and live in this town as our test subjects, which is still hella crazy to think about. In order for this project to be possible, we suppress their memories of the past, including the memory of signing the contract. So ultimately, they're not aware of what is going on. But did we sign it too then? Like, I mean, Luke is too young. Layton signed it for him. Oh my god. I couldn't agree more. I've got no idea what's going on. Let me make this clear, Mr. Wright. We do not erase the memories. We suppress them. They will regain the memories of life before Labyrinthia once their contract is over. So this place was uninhabited before you started this research 10 years ago. And you've managed to keep everyone in a state of hypnosis for 10 years straight. Can you really hypnotize someone for that long? I mean, 10 years is one heck of a long time. It was achieved through the distribution of story during parades. So every few months. Still, like, being in hypnosis for like a few months is crazy. The ink vapors have a powerful effect, but it wouldn't last 10 years, of course. With each parade, the effect was renewed. That's why the parades took place at regular intervals. Yeah. But was it monthly or was it weekly? I think it was monthly, right? That was the true purpose of that event. Or every few days, right? Huh. I have been born and raised hier. Den er war fürchterlich. Yeah, we didn't abduct people, they were just like terribly sick. We just took him in, promised, you know, cure. It was a poor, small town with no industry to speak of. It had fallen behind the times. Ever since I was a child, I had one friend that was especially close to me. He was a bright boy, curious about the world. His name was Newton Belduke. Wait, alchemist! The Newton Belduke? The alchemist, yeah! What happened to his yowie face? So they were childhood friends, the plot thickens. He had always been interested in the unique natural features of this land. There was really nothing here, but to us this area was an exciting place worth of exploring. And one day we made an astonishing discovery on the outskirts of the town. We stumbled upon the entrance to the underground caverns leading to the colossal ruins. Wow, look at that, Newton! This is so amazing! It's a strange writing. I've never seen anything like this before. We found ancient writings in the ruins. Newton managed to decode some of them, like the professor did. According to our findings, a highly advanced culture had existed on the land where our little town was built. Some great calamity had befallen the natives, and they migrated elsewhere. They believed that plants and water in that area were cursed by an entity they called the Great Witch Bezella. So they didn't necessarily lie. Labyrinthia, okay. The natives hid the curse within the ruins and left in search of a new home. Okay, fair. That is all that we managed to decipher. Bezella's curse. It was sealed in the runes, you say. Will that be the Bell of Rune? The Bell of Rune, Oh, that's the bell from the bell tower. I wonder why it's got an ominous name like that. Regrettably, we couldn't get any further information from the writings at that time. Needless to say, Newton and I were very excited by the discovery. I mean, I thought you would be too, right? I knew this place is special. It had some kind of mysterious power. If we could find out what it is, our humble town would become famous. You know what? I'm going to do that. I will unravel the mystery of this place. Okay, that's kind of fucked up. And soon Newton began studying the indigenous plants and substances dissolved in the groundwater. On the other hand, I studied economics and management at a university in London. I dreamed of bringing prosperity to this poor, forgotten town. I wanted to change it for the better with my own hands. And my own feet. Meanwhile, Newton had succeeded at extracting a new anesthetic from the local plants. Okay. What was that the anesthetic which led to the foundation of Leverlum? Yeah. Yes, it was a huge success for Leverlum Inc. And before we knew it, we were making a fortune. We wanted the whole world to hear about our hometown. Alas, fate was not kind to us, as we never realized that dream. Everyone in our town had died. All the townspeople perished. Huh? Just what on earth happened to them? Well, they perished, he said. That doesn't matter anymore. We purchased the environs for our town. The mountains, the lakes, the plains, everything. Then, 10 years ago, we, having received financial support from the government, we started Project Labyrinthia. Nice. It was much smaller in the beginning. It started as no more than a village. Like 4 houses and, some water. Over the course of 10 years, it slowly grew into a town. The population increased as well. More people were signing the contract with Leverlum, slowly increasing the number of inhabitants, correct? Yes. They would sign the contract, be hypnotized and assigned a role, then be introduced to the new world of the story. That's kind of messed up. I don't know. Even if I would sign, a slip, like... I don't know. It'd be kind of weird. I have spoken at length. Thank you for patiently listening to my tale. Bezella is the name of a witch from an ancient legend that we read about in the runes. It is a fictional character. She does not exist. But then, magic and witches? Nope, dude. Magic's just an illusion, and there are no witches. Alright, so it was all fake? It doesn't make it much better. Why did you write a story where people get killed with magic and witches are thrown into the fire? You could have made it a peaceful, pleasant world where everyone would be happy. No, that was not possible. But why? Because peace doesn't last. This is a research facility after all. We're researching ways to completely control human beings. Yeah. That's not good. Test subjects need to be exposed to extreme situations, so we decided on a fantasy setting. We wouldn't have got funding from the government otherwise. Why is this game hitting so much right now for the UK? Like, what the fuck? In other words, we're running a business. Yeah, of course you do. For the government, right? Which is what instructions you give to the people you hypnotize. You don't give each other a full set of memories of their whole fictional life, do you? No, it's much more simple than that. We only give them 2 pieces of information. The first one, that they were born in this town, and the second was their new occupation. Then they fill in the gaps themselves, without being aware of it. The human mind requires a consistent story of one's life. Which means, of course, that no labyrinthian has memories from earlier than 10 years ago. No one has any memories from before they came to Labyrinthia. What are you saying? That's all one big lie. I am who I am. Because the Brits are massive. I mean, yeah. I mean, technically this game is kind of warning about, you know, the things that are kind of happening, kind of. But you can remember your childhood. I can't. That's true. I can't remember even my parents. No way. I can't recall my own mother's face. As you can hear, no one can remember their real past. There are no exceptions. Wait a second. No exceptions? I mean, to think about it, this time it's not the pharmaceutical companies, but this time it's like, you know, the AI bros and stuff. No exceptions? I smell a contradiction here. Ah, it seems Mr. Wright too has noticed it now. What are you talking about, Layton? Mr. Cantabella, you just have testified that not a single citizen of this town remembers anything from more than 10 years ago. Yes, as that is the truth. Now, that's a strange assertion, especially coming from you. What? What do you mean? There's one person in this town who remembers what happened more than 10 years ago. Espella? Or the storyteller himself? That is impossible. They must be merely imagining things now. Mr. Wright, please enlighten us all. It could be 2 people right now. And I don't like either option. Who's this person that remembers their past? But I mean... Take that! Hello? We came over again. By the way, Mr. Wright, do you remember my name? Yes, of course. You're Herschel Layton, yeah. It's a weight of my mind. I was concerned for a moment that your memories had evaporated too. Asshole. Huh? He's being an ass. That is to say... Pull yourself together, Defender. Oh, dang. Okay, we burned. The accused's identity has been proven beyond doubt. What? Okay. The thing that we still can get a guilty verdict doesn't make sense. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I wonder how much we need to backtrack just again. Like, the last time we had to do like 50 minutes of reading. You know, skipping 50 minutes of reading. But, I mean, he's the only one talking about his past life, so it should have been the storyteller. Oh, no. Oh, it gives me the pass. Okay. I mean, Espella kinda did. Okay, yeah, Espella. Precisely, Mr. Wright. That person is none other than Espella Cantabella. What? That's impossible. It's true, Dad. I remember it clearly, as if it happened yesterday. The legendary fire. No, that's impossible. It's just your imagination, Espella. No, it's not. I couldn't remember it before, but it all came back to me because I'm Bezella. No, 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 no. Espella, there are no witches. That fire, it was just a bad dream. The Inquisition would like to call Espella Cantabella to testify. What? Regardless of whether Miss Cantabella is Bezella or not. Her memories may contain valuable clues. Yes, that may be so. No, wait. I don't agree to this. This trial is over, Your Honor.
Objection.
Leighton! You seem to be forgetting something, Mr. Cantabella. Your story has ended. You're no longer in control. True, you're merely one of the characters. And this is also why we will not cease seeking the truth until we find it. I mean, we kinda got it. Defense, what is your opinion on this? Espella keeps insisting that she's a witch as Bezella. As her attorney, I should refuse to let her speak to the court. But what's really important now is finding the truth, just as Leighton said. There's only one way to proceed with this trial. And that by questioning Miss Cantabella about her memories. In that case, the court summons Espella Cantabella as a witness. Attendance brings the accused to the witness stand. Can I still die now? Like, can I die? Now, witness. Testify about your memories of the legendary fire. Yes, my lord. The legendary fire, okay. I was just a little girl back then, attending the annual fire festival. Everyone was gathered at the town square for the fire festival, and I was watching them from the bell tower. The great witch Bezella awoke within me and brought calamity upon the town. An enormous fire dragon appeared. I was trembling with fear, terrified by what I had summoned. Okay. Witness, what you have told us wasn't a bad dream or a fairy tale, but what you actually experienced? Yes, it was. Like I have already said. I remember very clearly the heat from the fire, the smell of smoke. Espella, what are you talking about? Wait, if it was a fire festival and there was like lots of smoke, right? How true could the memories be? Maybe she, breathed in too much of that smoke. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. Was there really a huge fire that destroyed the town? And what about Bezella? Is she even real? The answers are in Espella's testimony. I don't think that Espella is ever real. Bezella, sorry, not Espella is real, but Bezella. Okay, fire festival. Fire ring! Fireball!
Hold it!
Do you remember what age you were then? I'm not quite sure, but I think about 6 or 7. And how old are you now? The too many Ella names, yes! I'm 18 years old. That means those events did take place more than 10 years ago. I don't know what they are on about anymore. I mean, Burnham? It's very odd that you have memories that old. But perhaps you are mistaken about your age at the time.
Objection.
Your Honor, no one besides Espella has witnessed legendary fire. Which would mean that the incident occurred before Labyrinthia was created over 10 years ago. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. How many times do I need to tell you? There are no witches, no magic. Legendary fire is just a story. This interrogation serves no purpose. Someone is defending his little baby girl. Mr. Cantabella, The court asks you to be quiet during another witness's testimony, unless you are asked to speak. Ugh. Everyone must get into the town square for the fire festival. Okay. Could you tell us a little more about this fire festival you were watching? Yes, it seems to be an ancient custom in this area. The townspeople make a fire offering to the great witch Bezella, so that she will not bring misfortunes upon them. Okay. A great fire is lit in the middle of the town square. The festival lasts all night long. So, like Walpurgisnacht? Kinda? That's correct. The festival takes place once every year. It is quite magnificent with all the townsfolk assembled in the square. Unless it is a counterfeit memory printed in our minds by you. No, this festival has been held here since before I was born. It appears to be a very old custom indeed. By the way, why were you in the bell tower in the first place? Huh? You know, you said everyone was at the town square. Why weren't you there? I can't remember. I probably went there because Bezella awoke within me. Despite having vivid memories of the fire, you do not remember much of anything else that occurred at the time? Yes. I was at the top of the bell tower looking down at people in the town square. Look, Eve! Funny heavens! Someone was with me there. Ah, that's right, it was Eve. Eve, her black cat, huh? I didn't think Eve was that old. I mean, isn't Eve like a bit old for a cat? Over 10 years? Well, then... I mean, okay, I don't know how long cats live. I don't know, I don't care. A war within me brought calamity to the town. Okay. You remember casting a spell? I cannot remember.
Hang on!
You look upset. Around 13 to 20 years, I think. Yes, but still, it's kind of an old cat, right? I mean, it's getting close to seniorhood then. You look upset, Mr. Cantabella. He looks pissed. Pardon me. Did you want something? I'd like to know what you think about Esbella's last statement. My opinion about all this has not changed since last time. It's all just a dream. Listen to me, Esbella. You are not Bezella. There was no legendary fire. Dad, you have no idea how much I want to believe you, but I just can't. I remember what I saw and how it felt to heat the smoke. Magic doesn't exist. It belongs in fairy tales. There are no fire dragons either. Esbella seemed certain that she saw a fire dragon at the time. However, as long as we do not have any evidence to support or disprove this claim, we can't make any progress. Do I have any relevant evidence? Anything that could demonstrate that the fire dragon Esbella saw as a child was real? I don't know, I just pressed yes, Your Honor. What is a defender? The defense will present evidence. Oh, Leighton. Oh, evidence? I suppose you mean evidence that will prove that my daughter's memories of the dragon amount to nothing more than wild imagination. On the contrary, I'm pretty positive Esbella did see the dragon. What? I thought you had more sense than you. It's a fire dragon. Well, well, aren't we all curious about what the defense has got to show us? Present evidence that proves the dragon appeared in this town over 10 years ago. I shouldn't have done this! I thought I had 10 coins, I can't even say! Help! I don't know! find accused of murdering the storyteller by something. Okay, that doesn't mind. Never mind. Summons forth a great fire dragon for the castle command, responsible for the legendary fire that lit the town ablaze so many years ago. Can I make... Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Making save states.
Take that.
I'm dead. Well, how about this? Mr. Wright, you just said aloud, how about this? Was it addressed to anyone here? Huh? You're dead? Same, man, same. I mean, the game over, right? He seems to be confused. Perhaps you were so lost in your thoughts that you didn't realize. And you vocally expressed something obviously meant for yourself. Yeah, I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong again. Game over. She's again dead to the flames. I don't know, I don't have pin coins for this. I'm screwed. I have no idea, to be honest. We don't have evidence. Like, why did I pick this? And now I'm in a death loop, I guess. Vigilante support. No trespass, whatever. Present evidence that proves a dragon appeared in this town over 10 years ago. Did the contraption do anything else except opening the thing to the belfry? Can I present the book? No. I was like, maybe I can. Maybe I can. Wait. No, you don't have a tier satch. I mean, the vigilantes could have, you know, cosplayed as a dragon. 10 people, I mean, hello. Because but it doesn't make sense. Gold, don't know. Emote Lab has new stuff for you. I need to check later. Remind me later. I couldn't look now because I need to think right now. Wait. I can now. Okay. Okay, I see. Yeah, I checked just now. Okay. Asimov tablet where he draws stuff. Oh! I don't think it's a spell, to be honest. I mean, I'm still quite sure the vigilantes could have, you know... cosplayed as a dragon, right? I mean, you can try.
Take that.
Okay. It was an idea. It was an idea. I have no clue, and I don't have any coins. I can't. I have hint coins. I just don't. I'm not allowed to use them.
Take that.
Spella herself? No. Dude, I'm confused. Maybe I shouldn't have picked this. I have no idea. I don't have proof that a dragon appeared. Why did I pick this? I don't remember anything about dragon. Let me think a bit more. Maybe I'll figure it out. Just give me a moment or two. Maybe 6 or 7 minutes. Oh no, I said it. No. No, Rifus. Could it be the contraption, guys?
Take that.
No, it's not. Break. I feel like I'm missing one vital evidence. And I don't have it. Okay, maybe we need to go game over.
Take that.
Okay, let's go game over. Nick looks funny. Oh god, they all look funny again. Because the shaders did not properly. Oh god, no. Okay, let's see where I saved last. I feel like I'm missing one piece of evidence. I shouldn't have picked yes, I have the evidence. Because I don't have it right now. I guess I get it later. I hope I didn't screw my save just now, or else I'm fucked. I also have to retire and redo the entire trial, man. I don't want to do that. Yes, you're sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, it starts here again, okay. So I start back in the front. I need to do one thing. I need to do one thing to reload the game. Okay. Cause what the fuck, man? Like I can't do with the graphics. Hope it's better now. I don't want black face. I hate that, like the black lines. Okay, better, I guess. Okay, good. Legendary fire. Okay, let's need to press everything again. Wait. So I will skip till we are at the point where I was at. Okay, she's 18. She's apparently goonable for the you freaks. I'm joking. Cause needs information and everything again. Connor, you need to be careful when Daddy starts talking. Okay, so next one we need to go to the old man, to the old bard who calls himself a daddy.
Hang on.
Okay, we have it in a moment or two. Oh my god. Like, all the other trials were fine, because I was able to use my hint coin. And now I'm like, no hint coin, me struggle. I've got nothing. I don't think there's anything I could use. Layton? I can understand your choice to be cautious with your judgment, Mr. Wright. However, I must remind you, Mr. German, that the only way to discover the whole truth, me struggle, is to bring light to the nature of the dragon witnessed by the accused. I guess he has a point there. Maybe I overlooked some clues in the testimony. Let's arm ourselves to teeth with evidence and give it another shot. Alright, but first we need more info. Time to do some pressing. Witness, continue your testimony. Yes, my lord. I mean, Layton, I feel like it's a hint for later that you need to go back and be like, hey, Espella, what the fuck? Can you tell me more about that fire dragon? That mod's image is still so vivid. It looked just like the one that attacked Dad this evening. I've done something terrible again. Then you are sure that the fire dragon you saw more than 10 years ago and the one summoned this evening were exactly the same? Yes, they were definitely the same. Old fart.
On.
Is something wrong, Miss Cantabella? Mister? It's impossible. There's no such thing as magic. You never believed me, Dad. I don't know why you have to be like this. There was a time when things were different. Espella, what are you saying? Look at them. It's like a common argument between a teenager and a parent. Mr. Cantabella created this town. He knows better than anyone else that there's no magic here, and no one trusts him right now. Miss Cantabella. Yes? Would you mind giving us more details of what you saw? I mean, can she draw it? Could I borrow a sheet of parchment and a pencil? So she is drawing it. Nice. I think it'd be better if I draw it. Your request shall be granted. Bring parchment and pencil for the witness immediately. Sexy dragon. Damn, girl, damn! This is it. This is the fire dragon that I saw that night. I only caught a glimpse of it, but it was real. Damn! I must say, it does closely resemble the supposed magical creature witnessed this evening. It does indeed. The strong shall be added to the evidence. We got the evidence! Okay, this is a farce. What happened over a decade ago? Was the town really destroyed by a fire dragon? Discovering the truth about the dragon shall be our next objective. Witness, continue the testimony. Yes, my lord. I think we have the evidence now. Okay, yes, she repeats for us. Okay, great. So meaning, we have the evidence now we need for, you know, the fire dragon. Oh fuck, I should have. Yeah, okay. Alright then. Nick, Mr. Cantabella wrote this town story, right? Well, yeah. So he's the author and he's saying that Bazella doesn't exist. That's right. If that's the case, then there's no point to this whole trial. We know that, but that's not enough to end it. But why? The professor has taken on the role of Inquisitor in this trial in order to get Mr. Cantabella to testify. He wants to get to the bottom of this mystery and learn the whole truth. Besides, I think this will be in Espella's best interest too. I trust the professor's judgment on this, so I'll carry on with the cross-examination. Well, I trust you, Nick. I'm sure you know what you're doing. No! Help! Okay, little girl, gathered. Okay, fire dragon. Fireball! Can you tell me more about that fire dragon? Okay, we already had that. Vivid. Like the same dragon that attacked Dad. Fire dragon this evening. The same. Yep. Okay. Magic isn't real. Therefore, the dragon summoned by the spellgram worm doesn't exist either. But I did see it. I'm not lying. I saw it for just a moment. I'm sure of it. It's like talking to a wall. There's no convincing her. There may be another explanation. Esbella might have seen something in the shape of a dragon. Yeah. Alright then. Nick, Mr. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we have like, okay, she saw something, but I don't know where it was again. Wait, we'll figure this out. There we go. I think it was the third thing she says. Remember casting a spell? No. I cannot remember. Then we go to Dad. Dad be like, bitch, what the fuck? Yeah, okay, now we have what I wanted, okay. Okay. Just tug it out. Yes, now I have the evidence, the fucking dragon drawing, which looks fucking amazing if you ask me. Okay, let's go. Yep.
Take that.
fuck off. Leave this building. I mean, this court. It is, of course, Espella's drawing of the dragon. It's impossible to draw a dragon with so much detail unless you've actually seen it. Even then, it's kind of impossible. I mean, except if you have, like, the specific thing. Indeed. And the same much as the fire dragon we saw this evening. It cannot be a mere coincidence. You can't possibly use that drawing as evidence. And why not? Because she could have just drawn the dragon from this evening. Dad, why don't you believe me? I saw the dragon when I was little. This stone is my creation. I know everything about it. And I assure you there's no magic. If there's anyone who can tell you what's possible and what is not, it is me, the creator of Labyrinthia. Your overconfidence has clouded your judgment and is preventing you from seeing the truth. Huh? What do you mean? In order to see what is really there, you need to reject biased assumption and keep an open mind. You are overlooking certain facts precisely because you are the creator of this town. It's nothing short of insanity. Magic doesn't exist. And yet Espella says she saw a fire dragon. It seems like a contradiction. But perhaps it is not. Mr. Wright? Oh no, yes? The solution to this mystery is out there. We just need to find it. You suppose you know where it is? Magic doesn't exist. Espella saw a fire dragon. Where's the evidence that bridges the gap between the two? I don't know, help. Town is a belfry. Professor, why are you so hating me today? I'd say it's in the belfry because she was in the belfry, right? There's only one way to explain this contradiction. Espella almost saw the dragon, but it wasn't a magical creature. Then will you just tell us what it was? That event took place over 10 years ago. What she saw then should still be in the place where she was at the time. It's still there? Yes, Your Honor. And that place is the belfry. It's in the belfry? I sure hope it's not. Well, apparently it is. I think you overlooked something, right? Over 10 years ago. Ooh. The witness was standing somewhere around here when she saw a fire dragon. Am I correct? Yes, Mr. Layton. However, what was it that you actually saw then? Let us see if we can find the answer to that question. Why not go ahead and try? But I have warned you that it's futile. You will find nothing here. Lots of nothing burgers, huh? Well, it happened a long time ago. Whatever she saw might not be there anymore. And if you want to see exactly what she saw at the time, you'll need to set the whole town on fire. Want me to get a match? I may be an attorney, but even I couldn't clear you of the charges if you actually committed such a crime, Maya. Call it by its name, Phoenix. It's arson. I pretend I did not hear that. Shall we begin? Why is he like this? It's not like we're committing murder. Let's look for the fire dragon. We can see the whole town from here. Look in every direction for something that would resemble Miss Cantabella's drawing. I can't remember this. Oh, I actually can't. Oh my god. Like, yeah. Oh! Okay, no, that's a witch. Another witch. Dragon!
Take that!
Espella, can you have a look at this? I say we jail Layton for being a big fat phony. He's getting on my nerves today. He made me go game over like twice already. But hello, PP Jackson. Espella, can you look at this? It looks like the dragon was hiding in here after all. Oh! This is... Hey! It's identical to the one Espella drew. But, it's not. The fire dragon. The fire dragon was a creature made of flames. It was so big it could swallow the whole tower. I'm mostly just ahead because this puzzles are hard. Not in this game! I struggle in the Phoenix Wright parts right now. I want to cry. This is just some tiny fretwork. I think I didn't even lose picarets this game. I think we can consider this mystery solved. I suggest we all head back to the court. I've explained everything there. Is that alright with you, Miss Cantabella? Mr. Cantabella? No. He's still bitchy as fuck, dude. But how are you doing, Jackson? What's gotten into Mr. Cantabella? He looks paler than you do with a cold. I have no idea. Let's follow the others back to the courtroom. I thought, like, yeah, maybe we can end this stream. I don't think we can. Oh, please. I don't... It's looking bad. The Inquisition's investigation seems to have yielded some unexpected results. But can someone explain them to me? Your Honor, the Inquisition will interpret the results of its investigation. Witness, you said you were about 6 years old at the time of that incident. Yes, that's right. Did you see the moment the dragon appeared above the town? Huh? No, I don't remember. I remember seeing it at some point. It was clear like a flash. The town was ablaze, and this fiery beast was hovering above it. Wait, since she was only 6, she was never high enough. So meaning she was seeing the thing at the bell tower, but not the dragon. Because there is no dragon. So when you notice the dragon, the town was already engulfed by flames? Yes. Interesting. Information completes the picture. Miss Cantabella's statement has offered me an insight into the true story of the fire dragon. Yeah, me too. Over 10 years ago, Miss Cantabella was in the belfry, unconscious. But events led to this. Perhaps we will discover that in due course. When she awoke, the whole town was on fire. Having inhaled much smoke, she was still dazed. She was only vaguely aware of her surroundings when she looked up, alarmed by the scorching heat. Unable to stand, she was on her knees. And then she saw something she would remember her whole life. The dragon. She saw a terrifying fire dragon attacking the town. She saw it through the fretwork in the balustrade. Okay, makes sense. The shape of a dragon against a backdrop of the town being swallowed up by flames became imprinted in her memory. That is the truth about the fire dragon. So it didn't exist. This is what I have deducted. Yeah, me too. Actually, no. I just wanted to sound cool just now, you know. It wasn't a monster? Miss Cantabella, the illustration you have drawn for us bears an uncanny resemblance to the fretwork in the belfry. You saw the dragon when you were confused, possibly mildly asphyxiated from the smoke. She was choking, alright. There was no magic and no magical beast. Well, that's damn bad. You believe a stranger, but not your father? That's not typical of teenagers. Yeah, well, same. You should have listened to me. And now that all the mysteries have been unraveled, can we not end this trial and go home?
Objection.
Don't! As much as we'd all like to, I'm afraid it's still a bit too early for that. What else do you want from us? The money. This is one more problem I'd like to solve tonight. One more? What else could it be? Miss Cantabella, we've ascertained that you were in Svelfrey when you saw the dragon. However, that creates a new question. How did you get there? Oh, I haven't thought of that. Yeah, neither have I. Oh! As expected of an ace attorney, Mr. Wright, it seems you have noticed the problem too at last. In order to access the battery, you need to use the belt powers mechanism. Dude, you have the picture of Bezella. No. of Isabella and Darklaw. They both wear the fucking pendant. Mechanics can only be set in motion with the pendant. Indeed. Miss Cantabella, did you have your pendant with you at the time? Yes, I think I did. I always had it with me. But why did I have that pendant? I can't remember it at all. This pendant is not just for show. It's the key to the belfry. Why was she carrying it around? We must also not forget that one pendant does not suffice to operate the contraption. 2 of them are required. 2 pendants? Miss Cantabella, are you certain that you were alone in the belfry? Seems like a big fat no. No, I wasn't alone. I was there with a friend. What friend? No, we're not talking about the fucking cat! Eve, where did you go off to? The friend you mentioned. Was it this cat? Yes, she's my best friend. We've always been together. Without Eve, I would have been so lonely. That kitty always appearing out of nowhere to keep Isabella company. But does it mean that Darklaw is the cat? Of course she does. After all, Bezella is always accompanied by a black cat. She's still on a trip. What you saw from the bell tower when you were little was so terrifying that even an adult would have been scared for life. The town burned in front of your eyes. You thought you saw a fire dragon. You see, your memories have been twisted by the horrors you saw. What do you mean? The dragon you saw wasn't real. And I suspect that the friend who was with you in the bell tower might not have been that cat. No, it was her. It was Eve, my only friend. Only friend? Miss Cantabella, the pendant you needed to access the belfry too large for a cat. Are you following? If Eve was with you, it would have been impossible for you to enter the belfry. Huh? Wait, only friends? Yeah, only friends! Because where's this all going? You have no right to tamper with my daughter's memories. Too late. You're right, of course. However, neither do you. Nor should you attempt to cover it up with the truth. No, you're wrong. Eve was my only friend. Think about that day again, Miss Cantabella. You went to the top of that bell tower with a friend who also had a pendant. Well then, why don't we have the defense present some evidence? Layton has the evidence, not me! Kate said someone was with Miss Cantabella in the belfry that day? If so, I'd like very much to see the evidence. What? Why me? It was the professor's idea. I have nothing as a legendary fire. Why ask me for proof? Right. I suppose you wouldn't have any proof. No one of us remembers the incident. I have an idea, the pendant itself, maybe. I've had enough of this, Your Honor. You have no grounds to continue this trial. Well, we appear to have reached a dead end. There's nothing else for us to do.
Objection.
Why is he letting me run into the knife every single fucking time? Please hold on, Your Honor. Oh, what is this all of a sudden? Inquisitor Layton? The defense does not have the necessary evidence, but someone else does. Luke, what do you mean? This time, the Inquisition will present its evidence. The Inquisition will present evidence? Ah. Wait, seriously? You son of a witch! Oh, oh! This is what you wanted from the very start, isn't it? Son of a witch. Dude. And the thing Layton is adopted, so, ouch. Well, in that case, the Inquisition shall present evidence that somebody was with Miss Cantabella in the bell tower when she saw the fire dragon.
Have a look.
This is the proof. This photograph shows Miss Cantabella with a friend. Golly! This is the finest illustration I've ever seen. It's a photograph. Looks as if it were a reflection of the real world on paper. Tell me, who created this exquisite work of art? Well, Your Honor, I understand you're fascinated, but let us focus on what this picture shows. The picture was found in the Storyteller's Tower. Mr. Cantabella, we have taken the liberty of borrowing it for this trial. It's enough to look away for a second and you already caused trouble. Professor, aren't photographs against the rules? I mean, this is supposed to be a medieval setting. Meh, who cares? What's important now is helping Miss Cantabella to gather the truth. Yeah, do it! In this case, the end justifies the means. Yeah. Please take a close look at the two girls in this picture. Each of them is wearing a pendant. Why? That's so. These are the Belfry contraption pendants. We know that one of these girls is Miss Cantabella. But then, who is the other girl? Accused, do you have any idea? Uh-oh, spill the beans, spill the beans. Espella, are you okay? It doesn't look like she is. It's Eve. It's me. And the other girl is... she's... I don't know. Ah! Espella. Your Honor, stop this trial. Stop it right now. Can you see you're driving Espella into insanity? Hysteria. It's just opposite, Mr. Cantabella. If we turn away from the truth now, Espella will close herself to the world forever. Mr. Wright. Yes. You know who it is, don't you? You know the identity of the other girl in this picture. Is that so? If the defense knows that, tell us all who this other girl is. It's obvious. Come on, the hair color, the thing in her hair, the eyes. Come on. I'm thinking it's High Inquisitor Darklaw. High Inquisitor Darklaw? I cannot say I didn't have slight suspicion about her, but oh my. Miss Cantabella, what do you say? Do you now remember the girl next to you in this picture? I was with Lady Darklaw. This is crazy. High Inquisitor Darklaw? Hell nah! What are you basing this preposterous claim on? But Mr. Cantabella, this girl closely resembles the High Inquisitor. Resembles? That's just your personal opinion. It's meaningless in the court of law.
Objection!
Fuck you. If you want evidence, I've got it. What? Let it prove that the girl in the picture is High Inquisitor Darklaw is... Hint!
Take that!
And this is the proof. It was the High Inquisitor. The pendant needed for that contraption in the bell tower. God, it has her blood on it, right? I have Miss Darklaw's testimony here. She said this pendant was hers. Oh, right, right! And so... the other girl in the picture is definitely Miss Darklaw. Is it? Is it really? How can you not remember Eve? Eve? Where are you going? Oh. Hello. No, I don't want to fight them both. I was expecting you, Miss Darklaw. I see that. I was not mistaken about you. I trusted in your ability to get this far. High Inquisitor Darklaw, where did you just appear from? Doesn't matter. Does your wearing not serve you well, Your Honor? You know what I am. I can disappear at will any time I wish to. So, storyteller, everything has worked out just as you had written. Or revert creator of Labyrinthia. Darklaw. Lady Darklaw. But what's her name? It can't only be Darklaw. Right? Would be kinda odd. Miss Darklaw, did you enter the bedroom with Miss Candabella when you were little? Yes, I did. Then you have memories of events from 10 years ago. Sure do. I certainly do. Order! Order! Order in the court! Lady Darklaw, you were with me? Your memories have been suppressed, obviously. Where's that man? But I was with Eve. Eve? Huh. Eve the black cat? Yes, she's always been my dear friend. She was by my side on that day too. Man, why is Laser Spirit 2 so addicting? I have no idea. What a bizarre coincidence. But is it really that good? Darklaw is my real name. What? Then what is your real name? Eve Cantabella, right? It's Eve. Okay, it's at least it's Eve. What? What? You are Eve? Ah. Cute. Eve. Bella. My dear friend. Eve. It can't be. That flashback, was it real? Darklaw, why are you doing this? Are you trying to undo everything I have accomplished in the past 10 years? Already at 17.5 hours. Oof, okay, I see. No, you have already ruined everything yourself. What is it that you want? What I want? My aim is to make the truth known, so that everything returns to how it should be. Miss Darklaw, will you tell us what you remember about what happened back then more than 10 years ago? It would be my pleasure. Can we just end this? It was the day of the fire festival. As Belle and I went up the bell tower. The wind was strong that day when the sun had set. The festival began. It's true that the whole town burned down that day, and only finished one successful run of every character. Every character? How many characters are there? It's true that the whole town burned down that day. The fire consumed buildings, people, and turning them into ash. We were the only survivors. We stayed in the belfry while the world below us was being eaten up by hungry flames. 5 characters. That's okay, I guess. That's good. The legendary fire is no fable. It happened here more than 10 years ago.
Objection!
Phoenix! There's no such thing as magic and fire dragons, so how could a whole town be destroyed in just one night? Guess that's something I'd like to know as well. Even if we assume the celebratory fires got out of control, the whole town wouldn't have perished like that. No, it all makes sense. That was the missing piece of this puzzle. Shut the fuck up. What do you mean, Professor? I can imagine now what transpired that night. What happened in the belfry and what caused the legendary fire. We have all the clues we need. Huh? If the Inquisition has evidence to show us, I'd very much like to see it. What caused the legendary fire? I don't know. The bell?
Have a look.
The cause of the fire is in the belfry. Hell's bells. True. It was a bell. That bell had been made by the natives and later sealed underground. It was called the Bell of Ruin. Bell of Ruin. My board. Okay. By the way, why does this bell have such an ominous name? Could it be because it's made out of pure silver? pure silver. Exactly. Mr. Cantabella has told us earlier that everyone who lives here has a very peculiar condition. The allergy to silver. This condition makes people fall unconscious upon the sound of a certain metal being struck. And that metal is pure silver. Yes. And we've been told the condition is brought about by drinking the groundwater. Indeed. The bell was also the reason why the original inhabitants of this area decided to forsake it. It seems that the Bell of Ruin caused a devastating disaster. To those who have gained entry into the sanctum, heed our words. You must not ring the Bell of Ruin. Oh, so the bell was accidentally rung? And the fire was unstoppable because someone was there to stop it, right? I can't help but wonder what disaster the spell had caused. An enormous bell made of pure silver, and the locals with their peculiar condition. It's not too hard to imagine what happened. It was probably the same calamity as the one that happened over 10 years ago. And that is? Well, what disaster happened to this town before the Olympia was built? Ah, the legendary fire. Now, let's contemplate the following scenario. What would happen if the Bell of Ruin were sounded during the fire festival? Oh! Everyone who heard it would fall unconscious. As it was an annual festival, all the townspeople were assembled in the town square. Oh dear. Therefore, on the night of the fire festival over 10 years ago, all the residents instantly lost consciousness when the bell was struck. Because of the windy weather, right? Because Doglaw or Eve said, like, oh, it was windy that day. So it makes sense. Oh no! Had it been just slightly windy that day, the fire lit for the Great Witch Bezella would have gone out of control, and they would spread throughout the town with no one left to stop them. Because everyone was unconscious. Exactly. That also includes two girls who were in the belfry. Espella and I. You were the closest to the source of the sound, so it was inevitable. When you recovered consciousness, it was already too late. The town had been swallowed by flames, as if a fire dragon had come to burn it. That was a calamity caused by the bell. Calamity. You say here that the cause of calamity is the Great Witch Bezella. It was stupidity, to be honest. That night in this very town, Bezella was more than a mythical persona.
Bezella. She's losing it again.
Come on, we proved it already. Yep. I mean, if she knows, like, oh, I'm still Bezella no matter what you say, it's like, dude. Dude. Get help. Mr. Cantabella, I would like to apologize for putting too much pressure on your daughter. I am Zoe, thou art I. It's persona now, right? She's having a different persona. Only your words can bring her back from the brink of madness. Let her hear the truth from her own father. All according to your plan, Layton. You've driven Espella into a corner in order to push me to the wall. I had no other choice. Espella, please listen to me. You haven't done anything wrong. You didn't cause that accident. You have suffered so much thinking that you were Bezella. I must take the blame for that. You, Mr. Cantabella? I sacrificed everything to make up for what I've done. But all I managed to do was inflict more pain upon others. Is that not so, Dark Lord? Now that you are willing to talk, Mr. Cantabella, would you mind telling us your story, yours, as well as Spella's and Miss Darklaw's? Dude, this will probably take an hour again. Very well. The story, too, began when I was a young lad. When Newton and I were still youths, full of dreams and hope. Oof. As you already know, we discovered the underground ruins. Deep within them lay the cursed bell. The Bell of Ruin. At the time we still lacked the knowledge to decipher any of the writings we found there. This bell is magnificent. It's bound to make the most beautiful sound. I have an idea. Why don't we make this bell the symbol of our town? How do you propose to that? Let's build a bell tower for it. Then we can ring it on a special occasion. That's not a bad idea. Then it's settled. When we grow up, let's do it. Okay, just don't forget about it. So they doomed the people already. The two of us chose different paths in life. I studied management in London, while Newton devoted himself to the study of the natural sciences. And then you made a fortune following the invention of a new anesthetic? We both got married around that time, and each of us had a daughter. You mean Bella was born shortly after your companion gained funding? Companion, right. That's right. We eventually returned to our hometown and set about realizing our childhood dream. Having built the bell tower in the middle of the town square, we retrieved the bell itself from the underground ruins. We aspired to make it a symbol of prosperity for this unindustrialized town. The bell was to be officially displayed during the annual fire festival. It would be rung in the morning following the night of celebration. Pardon the interruption, but at the time, were you aware of the meaning behind the bell's name? Obviously, we were not. Thinking back to my ignorance at the time, a chill now runs down my spine. Newton and I went to the bell tower the day before the festival. Only one more day to go. We've waited a long time for this. And that we have. The town will no longer be the same after tomorrow. The bell weighed so much that ringing it was not easy. We tackled that problem by constructing a special mechanism which we installed in the belfry.
Daddy, I want to hear the bell. Can I make it ring?
Oh.
Daddy, please, let me ring it.
Aww. Bella, who was there with us, was utterly enchanted by the bell. She wasn't a bad child, but she was very stubborn and would rarely listen to me when she wanted something. Typical child behavior. I told her so to try and convince her to leave the bell alone.
Bella, listen carefully. You mustn't ring this bell.
But why? Why can't I, Daddy?
You know about Bezella the witch.
Uh-huh. She's an evil fire witch who uses magic to hurt people.
If you ring this bell,
Hmm.
Bezella will come out and possess you.
Possess me? You mean I'll turn into Bezella?
That's right, Bella. When Bezella possesses someone, she uses them to do terrible things. That's why you must never ring this bell, sweetheart.
I understand, Daddy.
There's a good girl.
So it means quite today, so it's fine. The legend of Bezella has been passed around these parts for centuries. It probably originated from beliefs of the tribes that populated this area in the past. What I told Bella was just a silly story that I invented for the occasion. I mean, he's a writer, right? It was only meant to stop her from ringing the bell. I could not have imagined that it would have such far-fetched consequences. It's all coming back to me now. I remember that day. On the day of the fire festival, just around the time when the preparations ended and everything was about to begin. Recently watched Attack on Titan with my Jeff. She hasn't seen it yet. I haven't either. I don't like it. I already hate the intro song, so I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I see it out of her house. I took Mom's pendant with me. Your mother's pendant? Do you mean this one? Instant all-time favorite anime and series for her. Okay, that's okay. Yes, it belonged to my mom. I mean, good for her. We needed to limit access to the bell, so we made the 2 keys. We decided to make them into pendants, and each gave one to our respective wives. Both are needed in order to access the belfry. I saw you and Mr. Badook use them, so I told Eve to meet me at the bell tower.
Daddy says Bazella will come out if I ring the bell, but if I do it just a little...
Oh god.
I want to try it while the festival is going on.
Bob, really?
I hope Eve doesn't forget her mum's pendant.
So it is just as I thought. Miss Darklaw. You are Mr. Badook's daughter. Watching anime. I don't know, I don't like, you know, animes about killing and stuff. I don't enjoy fighting. Well done, Inquisitor. I was almost afraid you would fail to make that connection. I prefer slice of life, mostly in the, you know, high school setting. What in the... This is too much for one day. Depends if AT is big enough to survive without me being a fan. The thing is, I don't want to put her into the mud, but whatever. Hershey is a big fan, and if she starts yapping about it, there's no end. So I'm out of it. Order! Order in the court! Lady Darklaw! You mean to say that you're Sir Badook's daughter? And I haven't watched anime in a while. There, I said it. Yes, my real name is Eve Badook. I'm the alchemist's daughter. This is unbelievable. I also sneaked out of my house that evening, clutching my mother's pendant in my hand. Oh, I grew out of anime. Yeah, kind of same. I did just as you asked me to. Did I not, Isabella?
Isabella, my mum's going to be so angry if she notices I took the pendant. Don't worry so much. I just really want to ring that bell. I want to hear it.
Isabella, no. And me so good they made a whole new award for it. I've read a book and saw many films, played a ton of games, and none of them does match the story of AOT. I don't know. But at least it's the only thing that is anime-like as a game, but not anime series watching. I mean, the only anime I would watch right now... Oh, well, the only 2s would be like the one for Atelier Esca and Logi. And the Professor Layton anime. Well, not Professor Layton, but Catriel's anime. And that's about it. I don't know. Cause I didn't watch Demon Slayer, I didn't watch Freerun, I didn't watch, like, for the last few seasons I didn't watch anything. Cause I was not interested. So I don't know. I rang the bell against her father's warning, and so Bazella possessed me. I would like to watch Atelier Rise as the anime, but yeah. No, then again. I don't have Crunchyroll, and otherwise we can't watch it, I guess. Because of me, the town, and everyone in it. They're all gone. No, it's not your fault. Stop blaming yourself. Supposedly the former inhabitants of this area also used to fall unconscious upon the sound of that bell. Perhaps they experienced a similar nightmare? It was I who brought the bell of Ruin into this town. So you want to blame for the calamities, not some witch, it's me. I brought destruction upon this town. I am Bazella. Espella, you're going to drive your dad crazy if you keep repeating that. All these names you named are mid compared to AOT. There's a real reason people say that the anime is that good. And I critique sees pretty hard, I would say. Could be. I have no idea. I like I said, I don't like fighting animes. I don't like the Titans, and I don't like gore. I don't like blood my animes. I'm sorry. Seeing your likes is giving me a strong feeling of déjà vu. Eve, how can you be so evil? Are you happy now? Reminds me of MJF. I was like you once before. Yeah, video games, video games, video games, and then I lost my virginity. Yeah. I'm afraid we're in the dark as regards Miss Darklaw's sense of déjà vu. Only 4 people survived the fire. Only 4. Yeah. Storyteller, Silverduke, Eve, Espella. That's the only 4. Espella and Eve were in the belfry, and the only 2 residents who did not participate in the festival, Newton and I. And where were you at the time, if you'll permit my asking? We were investigating those fateful runes. That's why we didn't notice anything until it was too late. I was getting near the time at which we planned to ring the bell, so we headed towards the town. Then we saw it. The town had been burned to ashes, the ash shimmering from the heat. That's too awful for words. We searched for survivors, sick with anxiety. Eventually we found our daughters in the bell tower. Oh no! Espella was unresponsive like a doll. Eve was crying at her side. I mean, Espella was probably the more traumatized one out of the 2, right? Our relief at having found them right with terror caused by the disaster, yeah. So, Espella was literally traumatized. I mean, Eve probably too, but not in the case like Espella was. The worst night of my life ended, pierced with the first rays of sunshine. But then, it seemed Espella was already lost to us. We had lost her to Bezella. No, well, to trauma, I guess. She wouldn't speak, eat, or even leave her room. She thought she was Bezella, and that she had destroyed the town. I couldn't get it out of her head. What she saw from the bell tower must have been so terrifying. But it wasn't shock from what she had seen. My own words had put her in that state. Had I only not told her that stupid story. I mean, that be dead? We had been grasping at straws, trying to find a way to save Espella's mind. But whatever we did, her eyes would remain impassive and empty. In the end, I came upon a certain idea that offered us a glimpse of hope. What was it? The suspense is too much for my aging heart. I believe I may know what it was. It was the only way to get through to little Espella. Inquisition? What are you talking about? What was Mr. Cannibal's idea for saving his daughter from insanity? The first story, right?
Have a look.
We discovered this in Espella's room. And that is? It's the handmade picture book. The illustrations and handwriting are truly exquisite. Dude, that's the first story I wrote. I made it for Espella after that dreadful fire. Oh, the storyteller's first story. It was but a simple children's story. The plot was very straightforward. The townsfolk joined forces to banish evil witches who served Bezella.
Espella, do you understand now? You aren't Bezella. Bezella is somewhere out there, sending out other witches to do bad things to the people of our town.
Makes sense, right? Witches, magic, the town perishing in flames. Espella was mentally broken, and I couldn't get through to her any other way. I talked to her as if magic and witches were real, avoiding any mention of that fire.
Daddy. A witch is real.
Espella spoke to me for the first time in so many days. I was beyond myself with joy and replied without thinking.
Oh, yes, they are. They're hiding in the town, among the people.
But it's just a fairy tale.
Smart girl. I was desperate. I feared she would close herself off to me again, Now, in hindsight, I see what an utter fool I was. I made an irreversible mistake yet again. Yeah.
No, it's not. Everything your daddy writes comes true. The bad witches will get their comeuppance. I will write a story about it.
And so I wrote another story for my daughter. Story about mischievous witches getting caught. Uh-oh. This time I had the story acted out in front of Isabella. You had it acted out? Back then, I wasn't the only one tormenting myself over the mental state of my daughter. Newton was going through hell too. His own daughter had been badly scarred by the event. Isn't that right, Eve? My father and I repaired the building that had survived the fire and continued to live in this town. Isabella wasn't even able to leave her room. We couldn't leave her behind when she needed all the help she could get. Mr. Caterpillar showed us this book one day. Then he made an unusual request of us.
I'd like to make this story real. Would you be willing to help me do so?
To our surprise, he was entirely serious, seeing that we gladly offered our help. A story about evil-doing witches, getting caught and punished, and Bezella, the source of them all?
Were you paying attention, Espella? Witches got what they deserved, and peace has been restored to the town.
Aww. Espella smiled at the end. Then she whispered to herself,
It wasn't me.
when I saw her smile, I felt as if something broke inside me. I couldn't afford to let her be sad again. Maybe if Bazilla were to exist in this town, Espella would stop thinking she herself harbored the Great Witch. You fucked up again, my dude. I continued writing stories about witches. Even I would act them out for Espella. And gradually, the number of characters in my stories increased. That was of course largely due to the ongoing reconstruction of the town. Okay, how much reconstruction was it? It wasn't anything on a big scale, simply pay people to move in and act out their roles. But I began to think that I would need more than that. The story had to be real. To make a lie seem true, you resorted to even more lies. Dude. Yes, I was certain that was the only way. How did I do so? I remembered about Newton's research. He was working on a certain medicine. It was a kind of tranquilizer made from local plants that he was testing at the time. But it was difficult to put into practical use. The substance had a danger of causing unconsciousness and hypnosis. I can see how that could be abused to cause much harm, supposing it fell into the wrong hands. At the same time, it was just what I needed for my ambitious project. I contacted the government. And that was the beginning of what came to be known as Project Labyrinthia. I'm freezing. I'm sweating. A town of human test subjects, all in a state of long-term hypnosis. You devised the plan solely for the sake of your daughter. Yes. We acquired the land which had been laid waste by the fire. The new town was slowly becoming populated. Gradually the roots of Labyrinthia were established. It was to be a town where magic and witches were a reality to the residents. All of this was possible thanks to the drug. To be honest, I ate almost nothing today, maybe that's the reason too. Could be. The test subjects were supposed to exposed to it through the ink used to pen the story, right? That's right. It was a dangerous drug developed by Newton. Only said in one wrap for dinner 11 hours ago. Oh fuck, yeah. About 10 years ago, 10 years have passed since then, even though the town continues to change. I mean, that's very little you ate then. Very, very little. Project Labyrinthia. And all this was done for one girl. Bella was only able to be herself when she lived within my story. Oh, the irony of it. Only within the world in which Bella was real could Bella's tragic memories be sealed. Shouldn't have eaten 4 yesterday, right? You shouldn't have given me one. All this while, Eve was assisting me. I was the first shade. As soon as the story began, it disappeared from the scene. If Isabella was to see some magic, then someone had to don this robe. That's the robe of invisibility. And yeah, I did. Yep. I gave Isabella new memories so that she could live in this town with everyone else. You were hangry. I was okay. And they also sealed the memory of her friend Eve. What? I mean, I kinda was hangry, to be honest. My existence was so strongly connected to her memory of the fire. Was it any good? It was very delicious, to be honest. Very, very delicious. Afterwards, I returned to Starklaw, a stranger to Isabella. But even if you were doing this for Isabella's sake, you're just going too far. I made a choice. I do not regret the past 10 years. Meanwhile, my father was supporting Labyrinthia from behind the scenes in his own way. Yay, that makes me happy. Happy. Do you mean his contributions as an alchemist? My father's knowledge of medicine was indispensable for this town to function. The hallucinogenic ink was my father's work as well. So it was. Newton and Eve sacrificed more than anyone else for the sake of Isabella and this town. I will be forever indebted to them. We wanted to save Isabella just like you. But then there's still something I don't understand. Why were you trying to destroy this fake world? In the end, you chose to betray Isabella and Mr. Cantabella. But I've told you already, have I not? It was your revenge against Mr. Cantabella for choosing to end the story, correct? I mean, yes, so he kinda, I don't know, leaving Isabella like the way she is. I wonder whether that was the true reason. Professor? Would Miss Belduc really betray them merely because she did not want the story to end? But my face hurts. Yeah, could be, Sai, could be. I dare say there was another, considerably more important reason. She had another reason. To protect Isabella, right? No need to frown in dismay, Mr. Wright. Please leave this to me. Thank you! Well then, let's hear what the Inquisition has to say. Those are reasons led to the witness to betray Mr. Cantabella.
Have a look.
Okay. This letter was Miss Belduc's real motive. What is this? I think I've seen it before. That's a letter written by Mr. Belduc for Mr. Cantabella. It's also Mr. Belduc's suicide note. My dear friend, I hope you can forgive me for leaving this world of my own will. What I have done cannot be forgiven. I can never escape from it. Something was tormenting Mr. Belduc. It became too much for him to bear and drove him to suicide. These past 10 years, I thought Father was glad to be helping Cantabella. But little did I know, he was suffering terrible anguish all the time. Cantabella twisted the lives of so many people for the sake of his daughter. Was the story not but a glorified lie, stripping so many of what that little happiness they had? All those years, Father was racked by a crushing sense of guilt. His agony culminated in the incident of 3 months ago. Mr. Belduc's death. before Labyrinthia was created. Certain things had to be concealed in order to seal Isabela's memories. Had she seen them, she would have remembered. They were simply too dangerous to her. One of them was me. Isabela's friend Eve had to be reborn as a shade and disappear into the forest. The next thing was the bell tower. I see. Had she seen it, it would have been certain to stir up those traumatic memories. Memories of the legendary fire. The only way to prevent that was to erase the bell tower from Labyrinthia. But how could you do that? Using the same method as with this rope. The rope of invincibility? Yep. In short, we covered up the tower with a huge rope. Although it wasn't as easy as it sounds. In other words, the bell tower had been there all this time? Only the town people couldn't see it. Is that correct? Indeed. I don't know what to say. At any rate, the situation changed due to that lightning strike 3 months ago, did it not? It was a most unfortunate accident. The lightning set the bell tower's cover on fire. The cover was quickly consumed by flames, revealing that abdominal bell tower. Oh. The beginning of all of this, the Bell of Ruin appeared before us. It was a mockery of our efforts. The tower emerging from the flames must have seemed like a sign of divine anger to Mr. Balduke. And that no matter how you attempt to conceal your sins, the truth will eventually float up to the surface. Damn. Having realized this, Father chose death. He was such a kind-hearted man. I didn't have any inkling of what he had been going through. To him, the participation of Labyrinthia people within this project was not voluntary. Even though they had themselves signed the contract, I believe he felt those people were being deceived. Father, Luke is alive because of you, Cantabella. Oh fuck. Now, you know why I did what I did. I lost my father 3 months ago, the day my revenge began. Your revenge. The first step of my plan was to rewrite the story. What did you say? As president of Labralum Inc., you had to spend most of your time in London. Over the past few years, you were coming to Labyrinthia only for the parades. So naturally, I knew you would never notice if the story were slightly changed. That explains it. I couldn't help thinking there was something strange going on. Mr. Cantabella is Isabela's father, after all. He wouldn't have made Isabella a witch in the story. Isabella was... a witch? When did that happen? How could you have known after all? Let me fill you in on the details. Isabella has already been tried once within the witch's court. Impossible, why? How could you? You knew the risk it would carry. She didn't fucking care anymore, look at her! Look at you, what a fine author of the grand story you are! You left all the work in Labyrinthia to me. Meanwhile, you were making millions for yourself in London. What a pathetic excuse for a father. You didn't even notice that your precious little Isabella was in such danger. Miss Balduke, why did you do that to Isabella? Do you even need to ask? I did it to unlock her memories. Oh, she was trying to force it. You mean... When the legendary fire took place, Isabella was so traumatized that she closed herself off to the world. We were just little girls then. The tragic accident was too much for us to handle. This fictitious town was created as a facade to keep the truth away from Isabella. But the weight of all these lies led my father to a suicide. Despite that, the person responsible for all of this carried on as if nothing had happened. I couldn't forget him. As Balduke's with her daughter, yeah. I had to have my revenge against both Cantabellas. Why? But Isabella did nothing. Judge, this is the whole truth. Now you know the true identity of Bezella. That she didn't exist. Why, Leighton, honey poo? You say this is the whole truth. But is that really the case? Professor? What are you going on about now? We have been provided with a clear picture of what happened to Isabella so long ago. Nevertheless, we haven't yet heard your testimony. Don't be ridiculous. It will be the last testimony in this trial. Tell us about the night of the legendary fire. I request that you tell us your story. Who do you think you are, Inquisitor? I am merely one of the supporting characters within this tale. However, I am very much interested in the truth. This has been a very long trial, of which this shall be the last interrogation. Thank goodness. The court demands that a single other witness of the legendary fire provides us with her testimony. Very well. There's only one truth. Nothing can change that. Okay. Isabella wanted to ring the bell no matter what, so we went up to the belfry. The festival celebrations had already started. The mechanisms for ringing the bell was at a height even we could reach. The next thing I remember is coming to running to Isabella's side. I was shaking her until she finally opened her eyes. Next moment, we saw that nightmarish view. All strength abandoned us and we didn't know what to do. That was when we were found by my father and Mr. Cantabella. Okay. Fair. The bell could only be rung with a special mechanism. That's right. It was made in such a way that even a child could use it. It was probably constructed by my father. I suppose he wanted to make it possible for anyone to ring that bell. In light of the events that followed, that was clearly a very foolish decision. A mechanism for ringing the bell. I noticed something like that on a pillar when we went to the belfry earlier. I'd better make a note of it in the court record. Thank you. Oh dear, fate can certainly be cruel. I have to agree. If we only had not discovered those runes and brought that bell to our town, or if we could have deciphered those ancient writings a little earlier. Moreover, if only the groundwater in this area didn't cause that strange condition. Unfortunately, Mr. Cantabella, the tragedy occurred. And all that remains for us to do is seek out the truth. Not for the sake of vengeance, but for the sake of the future. That's the truth, obviously. Mr. Wright. Yes? You have been fighting fiercely to uncover the truth. This is the final interrogation. I trust you know what to do. Fuck no. Leave it to me. No! To be honest, I have no idea what lies ahead. But whatever it is, there's no question we need to get burden of this, okay? There's got to be light at the end of this tunnel. I hope so. Okay, so you want to ring the bell no matter what. You need both pendants to access the belfry, correct? Isabella asked me to bring my mother's pendant, so I did. That wasn't the only requirement, however. You also needed to solve a puzzle in order to use the contraption. I've always been a master puzzle solver. For me, it was child's play, literally. Okay. She solved it when she was a little girl? What's your excuse, Nick? Hey, I have different talents. Isabella and Eve were best friends at the time. Eve was only 2 years older than Isabella. She used to be like a big sister to her. So she's 20, okay. So the two of you went to the belfry. What happened next? Okay, festival already started, mechanisms, blah. So even a little girl could ring the bell. Yes, easily. I intend to make it so that the bell would only be rung on special occasions. That's exactly why I put that puzzle in place to restrict access. You also divided the key to the belfry into two components, as an extra precaution. I was careful, but the same cannot be said of Newton, who instructs the mechanisms as a whole. He presumably wished to make it so that even our young daughters could use it, meaning strength was not a requirement. And that became his undoing. By the way, how old were the girls at the time? Bella was 6 and Eve was 8. I see. That mechanism was the last thing I saw before falling unconscious. And then... Okay, Bella's coming back to herself? Do you mean that you fell unconscious after the bell was struck? Obviously. Yes, I believe so. Our peculiar condition causes an instant reaction. The brain probably doesn't even have the time to register the sound before consciousness is lost. Damn. It was almost as if a slice of time had been stolen from my life. When I opened my eyes, I was lying on the floor. I lifted my head and saw Bella lying nearby. I sprang to my feet and ran to her side. And what about the situation in the town at that time? I was preoccupied with Bella, so I didn't notice it to begin with. At the time, Bella was still unconscious? Yes, I panicked a little and took her in my arms, hoping she would wake up. Okay, then she was shaky. So it was you who woke Bella up, witness? Yes, it was me. She was out cold, curled up on the floor, until I shook her awake. As soon as she came to, she turned to look at the town, to the nightmarish view stretching out before us. When you say nightmarish view, I can't find other words to describe it. We froze in terror at the sight. It took us a while to notice that smoke was creeping up the bell tower too. Our eyes filled up with tears and we couldn't stop crying, perhaps because of the smoke. The town seemed like a fire dragon's playground. I was trembling with terror, unlike anything I've known before. Dear me. Merely imagining it now raises the hairs on my beard. Old man. Okay, Daddy came. You didn't leave the belfry until the arrival? Of course not. We were paralyzed with fear. It was an event so traumatizing it still haunts us. Bella fainted again when she saw the fire dragon. I was crying and wailing until our fathers found us. We went to the bell tower, as it was a good vantage point. We weren't expecting to find our daughters there. Of course, neither suspected at that point that the disaster had been caused by the Bell of Ruin. Eve was in the tears, sobbing violently. As for Bella, she was in a daze, her face frozen in an expression of disbelief. She didn't know what was happening around her. I cannot say this with certainty, as my memories are a little vague. But I think I was trying to protect her.
Hang on!
Mr. Cantabella? I remember that very well, as if it happened yesterday. Cantabella? Would you mind telling us what you saw? Otacon!
Bella, are you alright?
Daddy!
Eve, what on earth happened here?
It was Bezella! Bezella the witch!
But Bella? What are you talking about?
He forgot.
Bezella comes out whenever someone rings the bell, right?
What have you done? You didn't...
Oh, please, Mr. Cantabella, don't be angry at Bella.
Oh, come on. Eve said it with a most serious look on her face. Please, Mr. Cantabella, don't be angry at her. Oh. When she said that, I grasped the situation. I realized what had transpired in the belfry. And I thought to myself, I must protect these children. Eve, I'm so sorry, Eve. Espella? Espella? Sweetie. Dad. Please forgive me. You've done all this for me. Espella, you're with us again. All this for me. Well, well. At last it would appear we are one step away from the truth. Because you seem to already know what the truth is. Do I? That remains to be seen. Continue the interrogation, we shall all know soon enough. Very well. The court agrees with Inquisitor Layton. Witness, continue your testimony, please. As you wish. Okay, you didn't, like... Okay, no. Because I'm tired of walls.
Hold it!
So it was you who woke up Spella up, witness? Give me back my ray of fish. Give me my rye. Observe.
Hang on!
No rye fish. I'm a okay, yeah, right. A jellyfish, rye fish. Yeah, okay. Excuse me, Espella? Espella, are you okay? Yes, everything's fine. My apologies for bringing back such a troubling memories. Nevertheless, you must endeavor to face him and overcome the powers they hold over you. Yes, I remember it now. The fire dragon. I summoned it because I'm Bezella. She's getting at it again. No, Espella, it was just an illusion. No, you're wrong, Dad. It wasn't an illusion, it was a fact. If I hadn't rung the bell, none of this would have happened. Bezella's a bringer of disaster, and that's what I've done to our town. I won't rise sci-fi mode. Okay. The accused ran away. Quick after her. She's run into the bell tower. Darn it. She's locked herself in. It's no use. We have to break down the door to get in. That girl. She's gone. You chanted herself. Yeah. From me. Okay, another suicide. Oh no, please. Espella! Espella, be careful. Like this one. I need to see. It's dangerous up there. Please, Espella, come down. I'm sorry, everyone. I have no right to be here anymore. Nick, Espella's going to do something crazy. I can see that, but what the heck can I do? Espella, please do not make any hasty decisions. Mr. Layton, the truth is close now. Be brave for a little while longer. The truth? As if it wasn't clear already. If I hadn't rang that bell, everything would have been fine.
Objection.
You may be mistaken. You still don't know the whole story. Huh? Isn't that so, Mr. Wright? I had the same feeling when I was listening to Eve's testimony. I felt something was not right. Really? I thought that was pretty much it. The pieces of the puzzle that don't yet fit are themselves the hints to the solution. Mr. Wrong. Yeah. No way. You mean Espella didn't ring the bell? Nonsense. Of course she did. As it stands, it's hard to say for sure that she didn't ring the bell. However, we've got evidence that will clear any doubts. Show the so-called evidence you claim to have, then. What do you think proves Espella didn't ring the bell? Help.
Take that!
Espella, can you hear me? Yes. Where you're standing now is the same spot from where you saw the dragon. Or the fire dragon, yeah. Yes, that's right. This fretwork here is the same as what I saw that day. When I look at it now, it seems so small, even adorable. Depends. What does this have to do with anything? As you will no doubt recall, Mr. Canterbury told us that people who drink the groundwater here suffer from a condition where they fall unconscious the moment they hear the sound of pure silver. After the bell sounded, you recovered consciousness sooner than Espella. You ran to her side and shook her awake. As soon as she opened her eyes, she saw the fire wagon. In other words, if it was Espella who rang the bell, that would mean the device for ringing the bell must be very close to the fretwork of the dragon. Espella, can you please check that for me? See if the contraption is located near the dragon fretwork? Okay, give me a minute. Mr. Wright? Espella, did you find it? I don't know if it's the right thing, but there's something on the other side of the belfry. A contraption with a handle. What? On the other side? That's right. Wrong. I figured there was something weird when we went up the bell tower, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. No, no way. You see where I'm going with this, don't you, Miss Belduke? If it was Espella who rang the bell, there's no way she could have seen the fire dragon when she woke up. No, this can't be right. An excellent deduction, Mr. Wright. Miss Darklaw, it seems that everything is now clear as day. What do you mean? Why, of course. I mean the answer to the question of who rang the bell. It was her, it had to be. What do you say, Mr. Wright? It looks like we've arrived at the same conclusion. We now know that only one person could have done it. Wait, what could saying it loud do? Is there a problem, Mr. Cantabella? It wasn't your daughter who rang that bell. Should it not lift some burden off your shoulders? Are you not curious to know the name of the true culprit who has pinned the blame on your daughter all this while? Ah. How about you stop taunting us? Just say the name already. Who is the true culprit? Let's do it, Professor. Are you ready? I'm always ready, Mr. Wright. It's time to set things straight. The person who rang the bell is...
Have a look.
It's you, Eve Belduke. Me? But... There were only the two of you in the belfry at the time. You know that better than anyone. And as it was Espella who rang the bell, it had to be you. That's preposterous. It can't be true. It was an extremely traumatizing event for both of you and Espella. Your friend's memories were altered from the shock without her even realizing it. She believed she was a witch who rang the bell and summoned a fire dragon, which incinerated the town. Nice. However, Miss Belduke, Espella wasn't the only one whose memories were warped by the horrors you two witnessed. You were affected as well.
No. It wasn't me. Espella, she rang the bell. It was her, not me. But why? What are these flashbacks? I've never had these before.
matter? I don't want to do this now. We'll be taken over by Bizella. Bizella is just a fairy tale. And you're the one who said you wanted to come and ring the bell. I did, but I changed my mind. Hey? After coming all this way? Oh.
Cute.
Hmm?
That nightmare was too much for two young girls to take in. Your young minds needed to protect themselves. That's why you subconsciously repressed those memories.
Then, if that's true, for the past 10 years, I've been pinning the blame for what I've done on Espella. It can't be. It can't be true. It's impossible!
Ah!
Darklost just disappeared.
She's donned the invisibility robe.
Hank was the Douglas. She ran away. But did you hear that? It was her that once destroyed this town. Our lives have already been messed up so much. We don't need this now. She got to pay for what she did. Capture her.
Oh, Nick, look at the bell tower. Espella's gone.
Oh.
No, she's on the roof.
Oh.
I beg you, don't blame Eve.
Okay, then brush my teeth. I will finish the game today. It's not that long anymore. But yeah,
It really
good that you
doesn't
brush your
matter anymore
teeth.
who rang the accursed bell. This town was all created for me. It's my fault you've all been used and suffered so much.
Oh no.
Espella, what are you saying? Please, come down right now. You haven't done anything wrong.
Because I remember the last cutscene.
Dad, I know that you did this.
I don't know how long it will be, but it shouldn't be too long anymore.
You've been so kind to me. And what did I do? I selfishly ran away from home.
Espella.
I will finish your story for you. The evil witch will be gone forever, and everyone will live happily ever after. Dad, thank you for everything you've done for me.
Wait! Don't do
Okay,
it,
last
Espella.
cutscene.
Ah!
What are you?
No, she does not sigh.
Isn't that Darklaw?
Luke is back.
Why, Eve? Why would you? I finally remembered everything I've done.
You're not the only one who remembered. You still have the pendant?
Yes, of course. That's because somehow I always knew it was important to me.
Isabella.
You kept your pendant as well, didn't you, Eve?
Yeah, she tried
For some
to.
reason, I just couldn't let it go.
But you know, your reaction stuff, right?
Espella! Miss Darklaw!
Quick! They'll fall if we don't do something!
Let's go. We have to save them.
No, you won't make it there in time.
Why?
The wooden handrail Eve's holding onto is rotted through. We need some sort of magic to save them.
No way!
Magic, you say?
Got an idea, Professor?
If a bit of magic is all that's needed to save these two young ladies, then perhaps that is something I can arrange.
What? You can?
Huh?
You have to let go! Otherwise you'll fall too!
Professor?
He was the witch all along, right? What's going on here? Anyone? Professor, you're a sorcerer. Boring. Male witch confirmed. No, Miss Faye, we have already established that magic doesn't exist even in this town. But then, how did you just do that? What you have just seen was the last and greatest illusion in Labyrinthia. An illusion. Magic's but an illusion, and this illusion has been produced through the power of suggestion and Labyrinth's medication. Everyone in Labyrinthia had been under this particular spell. Now then, shall we break the spell? Magic is the last mystery to be solved. You've seen through all my tricks, Layton. I wouldn't have done it without the vital hint you gave me when we spoke in your tower. The final spell is concealed at the start. Okay, so what does that mean? As you know, all the spells are listed within this book. Right, the Grand Grimoire. Now, what did Mr. Canterbury mean by the start? The front cover? Precisely, Mr. Wright. The final spell shall dispel the illusion. The correct incantation is hidden on the front cover itself.
Well then, Mr. Wright. This is the final puzzle. Soon, a new day will begin for the townspeople. Let us put an end to this illusion, once and for all.
Yeah!
Puzzle 70! Here we come! 90 picarets. Okay, the final spell. Hidden on the cover of the Grand Grimoire are the characters that spell out the true magical incantation. Select the characters on the touchscreen and slide them over to their counterparts on the tome's cover to make them vanish. The grand finale approaches. Remove the extra magical characters from the Grand Grimoire's cover to reveal the hidden incantation. No, wait. I don't understand. Oh, wait. Okay, one gone. Oh, it's like a puzzle in the... Oh, no. I see, wait. I'm smart. I can do this, right? Where is it? Where is it? It's this, isn't it? No. Oh, it's a big one. Okay, never mind. E. A leg. Where's the leg? Okay, that's the leg. Ah, here. Okay, oh, it was dark red. Okay, oh, should have... Dude. Oi.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
No objections.
Woo!
The sun is rising, and when it does, its light will reveal the truth behind Labyrinthia's mysteries.
Now, Professor?
Yes. Shall we, Mr. Wright?
So this is the real magic behind Labyrinthia.
Excellent work, my boy.
Huh? Hey, it's Luke!
Hang on a second. The town's full of machinery?
So much for magic. It was all done with these machines.
That's right. With magic, witches can fly, buildings can disappear. Those are no easy feats to stage. To make all those incredible things real, we needed a great deal of machinery.
Couldn't he have just, I don't know, made the magic a bit simpler?
A witch would say the incantation, and shades would stop time with their silver bells.
And they'd go wild with these machines, making all sorts of crazy stuff happen. That's so cool. I'd love to try it.
I took a quick crash course before operating the machines. Not bad, hey?
Yes, Luke. What would we do without you?
So when's my turn? I want to pick something up off the ground and make it fly through the air.
I wish you'd stop looking at me when you say that, Maya.
Well, in any case, I think we should head back to the courthouse.
Right you are, Professor. The judge might have fallen asleep waiting for us.
The sun has risen above Labyrinthia and has shown us our town's true form. Well, I really don't think there's any need for a verdict anymore. The witches on trial weren't witches after all. I am deeply relieved that those I have sentenced are still alive and well. At last, I can step down from this seat with a clear conscience. And now, the final verdict in the last witches' court session ever to be held.
Give it to me. Yes! Finally. I'm very grateful for all the help, Professor. But you're always guilty. You're guilty of being, you know, crazy. The feeling is mutual, Mr. Wright. A gentleman always fights for the truth. I could not have done it otherwise. I'd like to congratulate the two of you. You both did splendidly in the court. Oh, it's a judge. You've brought to light the truth about this town. Although I still find it astonishing that we could not see all of this. I mean, it's the blackest black, right? I cannot even begin to imagine how it was achieved. You were all given a very simple instruction when you were hypnotized. You cannot see pure black. That was sufficient. Oh, now I see. These strange contraptions are made from sort of black metal.
Wait just a second. There are plenty of black objects all over Labyrinthia, aren't there?
Yeah, that's right. My hair's charcoal black too. Ah, but it's not pure black.
What?
What we often perceive as the color black is in fact far from being pure black. Our brains interpret reflections of light as colors. Objects which reflect even the smallest amount of light are not pure black. Pure black is only encountered within the nature as darkness.
Darkness, sir?
The machines used in Labyrinthia are coated in a special material developed by Labrilum Inc. It absorbs light without reflecting any. It is the only material that can be said to be pure black. Oh, I bet this invincibility robe is also made of that same material, right? That's correct. And of course, the bell tower was considered using the same material as well. When you think about it, this town abounds in all things visible. Huh? Miss Darklaw, or should I say Miss Baldook? Yes. For the 10 long years, your memories had been suppressed. The truth about what occurred in the belfry was invincible to me, you mean. Mr. Cantabella and your father knew it all along. They knew who actually rang the bell. What? Did they really? Is that true, Cantabella? Uh-oh. As we have demonstrated, it was easy to deduce from the situation in the belfry. But if he knew that all along, why didn't he say something? It was, of course, for your own good.
Don't be angry at her!
You were trying to pin the blame for that disaster on the speller. Yes, I was, but if you knew that, why did you keep quiet about it? If you had only scolded me back then for lying, maybe Espella wouldn't have suffered so much trauma. It was your eyes, Eve. What? Your eyes weren't those of a liar. You believed in what you said. You truly thought it was a speller. What you saw was too much for you to bear. Your mind blocked out the real memory of what happened in order to maintain your own sanity. Had I called you a liar, then you would probably have suffered a mental breakdown. Ah, Mr. Cantabella and your father created this town. You were mistaken thinking it was purely for Espella's sake. It was also for you, Miss Baldook. Remember what your father wrote in his suicide note?
I have only two concerns. The first is my daughter. It pains me to be leaving her alone in this world, although she probably doesn't think of me as her father.
I had an argument with my father once. He was always thinking only about the town and paid no attention to me. So he moved out and broke off contact with them. But you were wrong about your father. Not a single day passed without him thinking about you. He helped to make the story I was weaving a reality for your sake. I've been so ignorant. I was so convinced father was driven to suicide by you. Your father couldn't bear the sense of guilt he had accumulated over the past 10 years. Even though he killed himself in the end, I believe you were always the most important person to him.
Eve? Espella!
And now kiss.
Espella, what I did to you is unforgivable. I rewrote your story, putting you through all this. I can't believe I went to such an extreme because of one wrong assumption.
No, it's okay, Eve. I wasn't angry.
You weren't?
You've always been on my side, protecting me. And even today, you saved my life.
Espella.
I also owe you an apology. After all, I forgot about my dearest friend. I'm so sorry, Eve. Ah, there you are, Eve. Where were you?
Your cat's called Eve.
You know what I've just noticed? You two are very much alike. You and Eve the cat.
What? It's all in your head.
It looks like Eve has taken a liking to the other Eve.
You've got that right, and the similarity is really striking.
Oh dear.
My accidental guests, Professor Layton and Mr. Wright.
Yes?
I must say, I am indebted to you.
Don't mention it.
You know, when I started planning my revenge 3 months ago, Mr. Layton was a part of my plans. I needed to lure him to Labyrinthia.
Why me?
You were famous in London, and word of your skills reached me even here. What's more, you specialize in mysteries. So I thought that if you came to this town, you'd feel compelled to solve ours.
Well, I am honored.
That's cool. And what about me?
Ah, well, about you. How should I put it? Your arrival here was purely accidental.
You mean it wasn't planned?
As you know, Espella escaped and got involved in that incident on the freighter. As a consequence, I had no choice but to bring you here.
I see. I shouldn't have asked. My fragile pride has suffered yet another blow.
Dude.
Nick, you can't escape your fate. You're doomed to always find trouble if it doesn't find you first.
How about some words of sympathy for a change?
Not for you, Phoenix. Never for you.
I am terribly sorry. The only thing on my mind the last 3 months was revenge.
Whatever your intentions were, the last witch trial has ended in the best possible way for this town. You were correct in your judgment. You always are.
You're too kind to me.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Eve, for opening my eyes.
Sorry to break up this little happy ending, but I've sort of got an important question. Why were you going to end the story?
True.
Only Newton knew the real reason. I am suffering from an incurable illness.
Oh.
What?
is a rare disease with no known cure.
Why didn't you tell me? Had I known...
I wanted this to be my secret. I suppose that was a bad decision on my part. I thought I'd finish the story before I died and lay the foundations for a new world. Honestly, I was desperate. I didn't much care about Labyrinthia anymore.
Dad, why did it have to happen to you? Especially now that we're finally back together.
Cheer up, Espella.
How can I?
Labrellum's new drug development center contacted me a short while ago. They have succeeded in creating a new medicine, thanks to Belduke's research. It's a top-secret wonder drug for my illness.
No.
A wonder drug?
Newton had been working on finding a cure for my illness until the very end. It would seem that the cure was his final gift to me.
My father.
Newton was the truest friend I ever had. I'm going to undergo surgery. Do not fear, I shall return. So stop making that sad face, Espella.
Dad, will everything be back to how it once was?
Of course it will.
And Eve, will you still be my friend?
Say yes.
Of course.
No.
Thank you.
I'm going to drop by Mrs. Eclair's bakery. I've got so much to tell her. Do you mind if I go, Dad? It won't take long. Of course not. Please do. Looks like Eve wants to come too. What? Oh, you meant your cat. Meow. Espella, mind if we tag along? Not at all. You're welcome to come. Awesome. Maybe we get some tasty baked bread out of this. I thought we were going there for a different reason. Well, anyway, I'll be off then, Professor. Pass on my regards to Mrs. Eclair, Luke. I want to return to London, please. Now. Right, meow. So, what's going to happen to the town? I've released everyone from hypnosis. They will soon recover the memories of their lives before Labyrinthia. As of today, Project Labyrinthia is over. Ah, I see. They are free to leave if they so wish. I imagine they will make a run for it. This place will turn into inhabited ruins, just like it was 10 years ago.
I have some doubts about that.
Your Honor!
I now understand that this town is an artificial creation of yours. Nonetheless, to us Labyrinthians, the past 10 years were real.
No one can yet tell how this town will change. However, it is possible that some people will want to stay. Who knows? Perhaps you will find yourself creating a new town along with them.
A new town, you say?
I am no longer the judge, but, if possible, I would like to remain here.
Aww.
You have my gratitude, Your Honor. You need not address me as Your Honor anymore, Sir Storyteller.
And And so, the last witch trial has drawn to a close.
What did Mr.
What
Wright?
did Mr. Wright, Mr. Layton, and my father talk about? That.
Oh, they
I
don't
do
have
not
it anymore.
know.
Damn. That's sad. I thought they really had it
But
still, but okay.
Dad made a promise to me. Once everyone recovers their memories and he is cured of his illness, he will return to write a new story with everyone's help. This time, the story will be real without any lies or illusions.
Look it up on Amazon, can't find it. Damn. That sucks. Uh-oh.
What a beautiful sound.
Almost as if it's ringing in a new beginning for the town.
Thank you, Eve.
Okay then. Whenever you are ready, Mr. Barnum.
I don't even know what the brand it is. True. I don't know either.
Thank you all so much for everything!
Espella, you take care now.
You too, Mr. Cantabella, bye! Be sure to visit us again!
You can bet on it!
I wish all of you the very best.
And we never came again.
Mr. Wright, I knew I could count on you to stand your ground and fight me to the very end.
Me too. I always believed in you, Professor. And I know it's why we managed to get to the mysterious truth behind this town.
When we get back to England, we'll drop by and see you, Luke.
Great! I'll show you around London.
Aww. I'm not sure if there's another tiny cutscene. We will wait for a moment. But yeah, we're done, guys. We're done. We're free. Free from Labyrinthia. Free from the Phoenix Wright nightmare. Finally, we're free. Took us long enough, right? Oh man. How many votes do I have now? 14? 13? Wait, I can check for a moment. I haven't uploaded one of them. Okay, 12. That made me commit arson. Yeah, hell yeah, arson for real. Like Slay. Like you was a fire dragon, right? Like, ah! Burn, baby, burn. Don't forget to you cook dinner later on. Yeah, I cooked dinner. As promised, will do. Itchy, 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 eye itchy. But remind me to never play Phoenix Wright game again. Sorry! I mean, the series is good, but the trials, dude. The trials, man. Ah. I mean, it's okay, but sometimes they take ages. I always forget like what happened before, so no, not for me.
You know, Professor, I feel like I've just finished reading a really long story.
Yeah, same.
Indeed, Luke. I know what you mean. It certainly was an enthralling adventure.
I wonder how Espella and the others back in Labyrinthia are getting on. I'd love to go back and see them. Although, I'd rather not have to be sucked into a book to get there.
Perhaps we should ask Carmine to come along with us.
Great! It's a real relief he recovered from all of his injuries. But he was a bit put out when he found out you'd already solved all the town's secrets, Professor.
Well, we mustn't forget that we didn't solve them all by ourselves. We couldn't have done it without the help of our friends across the Atlantic.
I wonder what they're doing right now. Battling away in a courtroom somewhere?
I'd wager they may well be, Luke. At any rate, we must make our own preparations. There's a brand new case that requires our attention, and that means a brand new set of puzzles to be solved, my boy.
Fish. Wait, are we getting no British miles? Oh no.
Hold it!
Oh yay.
What's the matter, Wright? Has the cat got your tongue? Or are you still in a holiday kind of mood? Perhaps your mind is as clouded as the English sky.
Any hints, Maya?
Not really. If only the professor were here. I think at this point you've got to use that patented spell of yours, Nick.
Patented spell?
Hello, Earth to Nick. Just when we think it's all over, you always use it to turn the tables.
Ah, got it. I just have to close my eyes and say the magic word. Luckily, I don't need a witch's scepter for this one.
Save the chit-chat for later, right? I've almost missed that utterly annoying spell of yours. Fine, let's hear it then.
Just take a deep breath and give it all you've got.
Well, here goes. Objection!
British Miles is such a fever dream, to be honest. Like, what the fuck do you mean he's suddenly British? Oh. I sure hope you didn't hear that. Oh my god. Granny Dry is real. I'm such an unk. Oh my god. Ow. Please tell me you didn't hear that. Oh no. I'm done. I'm cooked. So, right, this lovely tune plays. Next stream will. Okay, so next stream is Tuesday for me, since I have off on Wednesday. Is this the right week? Oh, please pray to God it's the right week. Yeah, so next week. Yeah, some of the dates are wrong. No, that's fine. Wednesday's off, yeah, right. So Tuesday I stream, It's probably just goof of Resident Evil 4 randomizer. So nothing too serious. Thursday I will stream very early. Meaning I come home from work. I don't know. Wait for a bit, like cool off from work. Okay, go to bed. Go to bed, Sai. It's okay. Cool off from work. Then Death Stranding 2. If it's already downloadable and playable, I hope so at least. And then again Saturday, more Death Stranding 2. That's why I wanted to finish this game today, because I need the time. I didn't know if I would, you know, how long it would take me, so yeah. But we did it. Good night, Sai. Sleep well. I mean, I will just let it play through and then, you know, save and then, you know, go to bed myself. I will check on the bunnies and then go to bed myself. I think they need more water again. Just vibing. And then I need to see what we play after Death Stranding 2. I have some ideas. But we will see about it. It's longer games as well. Oh god. We go from one long game to another long game, guys. That's right. I mean, I wrote a list once and I kind of lost the list. No need to write a new list. Oh no. Well, we'll see about it, right, guys? Wait. Yay! Let me guess. 34 hours? 35? Around that time, I think. I mean, I know that the game was long, but not that long. I mean, my memory kind of helped me in most parts, but it's like, guys, it's ages ago the last time I played it. Back then when it came out first, you know. So, horrendous. Okay. Yay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me save, please. Because I kind of, you know, want to save just in case I want to do some extra stuff. Alrighty, guys, we're done. Yay! I wish everyone a good night. Good night to every Jelly, right? There's even 4 memes next Tuesday, 17th, I think. Yeah. Wish you all good night, sleep well. till then, bye-bye. Every jelly, love ya. Bye-bye.